One of the biggest roster moves in the offseason that happened was SHAIIKO getting dropped from Team Falcons, a team he's been with the core of for years and years and years. And one of the largest questions ever has been who won that roster move exchange. Was it Falcons or was it G2? Well, during the regular season, it really looked like G2 won that, going undefeated in the regular season, and Falcons being in 4th place, having 4 losses, and G2 making them look like work. Well, last week, if you haven't kept up, G2 got double first rounded out of playoffs to not qualify for EWC. Falcons make the event and are now playing against Virtus Pro for a spot in the grand finals of EU. Falcons looked honestly piss poor during the stage in terms of their identity, but they said, we thrive in the BO3s, we thrive more when it matters, and it seems like it's the case. As of right now, it really seems like they got the same placement, top 8 placement at Salt Lake City, and now Falcons have qualified over G2 for another event. Let's see if Falcons can maintain that form, or was it just a bad day for G2. Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, two things. One, hit the subscribe and bell button. I've been hearing a lot of people haven't been getting my posts showing up because, you know, World Cup and stuff, obviously. But I'm saying if you want to keep up with Pro League, do that. If you don't, completely fine, up to you. Number 2, let me know in the comments if you like that kind of like full screen face cam narrative intro to start it off to make every video like a bit more engaging. I think I'd be happy with doing it every time if that's the case. But obviously the narrative is an open question, right? Missing one event doesn't define you as a team. Obviously they have the opportunity to come back. I think at the end of the year is when we can get like a real true answer on who basically won that exchange. Top floor Rome Virtus Pro, Clubhouse first map, double wall breach ban, double wall denial ban Falcons. Falcons have the cut on the player inside master. Good nade over. Oh my god, that was a beautiful nade. There's 3 players up here. 3 players. 1 Logi, 1 master, or 1 bathroom. Oh, 2 Logi. Oh, Vert on gym window. And not even from pool table. It was like all the way over on the other side.
Yeah, really easy for Dan there. I think just
entry shut down for Falcons.
Underneath, and they lose the Blackbeard. It's going to be, we always talk about when these shields go, they also lose the Dockerby along the way as well.
I mean, the util's not bad to have left over if Virtus Pro fully fall off. And they get a pick back on Rorik. I think Rorik should have probably stayed in sight. Or like just try to fall back to site 4v3, but the util's not bad here. Like Blackbeard, Dokkaebi are like entry and roam clear operators right here. They have Brim left to take blue with, they have Slez left to make vert with, and they have Bond left to open hatches with and end castles. But I actually think the util that's left over is not bad for Falcons here.
The less attackers there are, the less angles they can cover off, the less crossfires they can guarantee, the less protection there is for a planter, for example. Even the all things being equal at a 3 versus 3, I still largely back the defenders on this one, especially when Skies has got 3 smokes in back pocket with 30 seconds.
Nade off the mute jammer, I think. Bounce it off the right side, get the mute jammer off the wall so Hibana can open it. And then that Hibana hole will allow him to crouch through, get to plant spot black box. They just need to worry about the player sitting in the middle of the church, so we need to clear that out with Grims and one entering Moto. Yeah, Breede's gonna look to go Moto here actually instead. Oh wait, is that Hibana's not open? They didn't nade off the mute jammer? Mute jammer was not able to get got? Yeah, I don't think it was able to get got. Blue player finally entries. Solotov not able to get anyone. So that round I think reflects the problem that Falcons have in their like games throughout the stage, like they're their BO1s. Now obviously I think what they said was true. I think in the BO3s they end up warming up by map 2, and that's why they had such a good showing against G2 on map 2 and map 3. But that being said, Falcons right now, they had a good push going. They didn't 3-2-1 or sync it together at all. Breede basically drops, dies by himself, then Efac drops, dies by himself, then Solid. Like it needs to be synced up. That blue guy, if he's distracted enough by Solotov attempting to push pull the entry, then Breede's able to push through, and Fleeky Fac's able to push through stronger against no blue crossbar being held. What do you get for winning Grand Finals? Grand Finals at EU is just more SI points and money. Right, I mean, you do get the #1 seed in EWC, but it's not as much stakes as the initial best of 3s that like G2 lost. And if you could build a new team, not including anyone from Beast Coast current roster, what would it be? It has to be English speaking so I can coach them. If I were the coach of it, I mean, I'd probably just fucking pick DZ or some shit, bro. Like honestly, like they have fucking Kino. You need Kino. Kino's like the most indispensable guy.
Is positioned at the minute. Got Pasha in construction. We've got Dan in CCTV. We've got Neko in construction. Everybody apart from Skies is away from sight.
Big cash extension here from Virtus Pro. They have a clash over here, 3-man hold. C4 over onto breach when they entry through. Yeah, the A charge is hurting them a lot because these mute jammers, they're not placed in the middle of the wall, so the hard left and hard right. Oh, big entry from Falcons already. They're already going so aggressive here. It's not working though. I feel like it's just impatience. They're trying to go way too fast here. And look at this. They fall off the construction and they play crossfire there. They do get cash control.
Perfect clash play there from Rorik.
Any more nades for Metal Sheet? No, they just fall off.
The angles that they could get onto him.
Virtus Pro look good.
And attracts enough attention.
And he kills Zoom off windows.
At the same time. Brilliant.
Falcons need to attack timeout and I think slow down their roll here. I think right there, if they literally just nade off the mute jammer and open the wall properly, they're fine. They just try to go super fast, which I guess they're trying to catch them off guard, but it's fine for the first 2 rounds. After this is how you adapt.
Find themselves again in that 3 versus 5, so they are now seriously on the back foot, having to find the next 2 kills at least if they want a chance in this round.
I've got to say, Tim, I absolutely love watching this Virtus Pro. I have done since this new roster came together. Just the aggression has been introduced to their gameplay. Like, when in history would you have seen Virtus Pro play the kind of plays that we've seen coming out of these last couple of rounds? The aggressive roam on the top floor when we were defending in base. But this round here,
Dan gets 3. Dan gets 2 somehow, being stuck in that shit spot. Crazy value out of Dan. Usually when you're stuck there, you're dead no matter what. He actually manages to get out with Capital Fires on the board as well. But again, it's the same kind of thing, right? Like, they're using the Capital bolts to kind of like force Dan out of his position and get the kill on him, but EFAC peeks him before the Capital bolt lands. It's a sync up. It's the same problem with Falcons that I've pointed out. It's just the sync up near the late rounds and the mid rounds and the late rounds. Once they get their 3-2-1s in order, they look like a disgusting team, but it's like they seem to have this lag phase where they just don't have 3-2-1s in their arsenal to be the most consistent EU team. I think they occupy a niche. I think they're like FaZe Clan in Brazil. They are the slow neutral game team in an aggressive region, so they just punish a lot of people for swinging, and that's why they're so like dominant. Yeah, it's SR, VP, and FaZe that kind of occupy that slow team niche across all regions. VP always been the Falcons BDS kryptonite? I wouldn't say so. I would say for a period in 2024, they were actually quite, or 2025, they were quite bad because they're trying to play old style Siege. They got 3 new players. Rorik, Naquo, and Skies. They have a shield player now. They have players from Gen G. They have a new rookie, Rorik, who's disgusting. They look quite good. But their coach too, like I think Dark, old BNK FearX coach, old Brazilian coach.
If you want to be a good clash, and I'm not saying I'm a
really good coach.
Guys are much better than me, but thinking about your
Crouch mirror, they're gonna pop the mirror when they go for opening the wall. That way they can lace a C4 through or impact through. Open the wall off that.
If people melee your shield, it gives the shield break, and more often than not you lose your life.
Mirror gets popped. Look at that impact trick. Impact trick from Barrage. Hibana's broken off the wall.
And how? Really important stuff, and Rorik showed us perfectly how to do it. So let's get into round 3 then. It is 2-0 Virtus Pro. They are controlling things at the minute. They will this time be defending CCTV. And Cash was in the mirror window played on that external wall, as to be expected.
Dark is Brazilian, yeah, Dark is Brazilian.
On the board, and right now, Falcons, they're going to have to find a different way. It's not the end of the world because they do have a line of sight into CCTV, so it creates at least a little bit of what they need. But as we can see, they're still trying to work on that wall.
Until we start seeing pressure coming in towards
Are you going for garage after this launch control? Typically, you have like lounge holes going into lower garage, so by denying lounge, you deny someone from just flanking through onto your garage push.
Unfortunate for
Rorik tries to get a really cheeky fucking punch hole there. Doesn't get anyone. Good awareness of the EFAC, honestly, for stopping that. And he has cut onto this. Ooh. Look at that. Sprint through. If EFAC tried to chase that, he was dead. Good discipline of the EFAC there. He sprinted. The smoke sprinted past the wall on purpose so that EFAC would like chase that kill and Dan would pre-fire the breach.
Involved, and let's see how Falcons can do with a man advantage. But looking at
they're not going garage. They are going garage. They're not going garage. They are going garage. They're not going garage.
Really got a nice
they have like everyone everywhere. They need to consolidate right now. Falcons need to consolidate right now. They need to figure out, oh, we just want to go garage, that's it. This is a one-way angle, so basically because the shield covers the lower half of his body, the head is unexposed. Blackbird has a one-way onto top garage rafters. Good clear.
But as the nade 'Nade comes in, can't escape, taken down by Doom. Nice play from Falcons.
Done very simply as well, without a lot of effort. Normally you see teams having to invest so much in clearing out a catwalk player, but come back to what I said about a minute and a half ago. Until we had catwalk control being lost, the rest of the players could afford to play out around the map. Falcons have not only got that catwalk control, but also...
Molotov is definitely the isolated player here. If they want to go for a power-up or con side, they could. Virtus Pro should go for the kill on the con player. They're going for plant, C4 ripped. One smoke left, C4 ripped. Wow, good dodge by Joom. He's getting smoked out though. Is he dead? No, he's not. Good dodge again on the util by Joom.
Now finally put down his backside, but here comes Solotov in towards construction. He goes. Nakwo with it all to do.
Wait a minute. There's no way. There's no way, Nakwo. There's no way. Holy shit. That was fucking close. Oh my god, Nakwo almost just shit on those guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, Joom, despite not having that great of a score right now, Mirabin Montague, he's playing those shields, he's playing the Blackbeard, and one of the biggest talking points with why Falcons got Joom over SHAIIKO is the versatility, right? SHAIIKO was criticized for having like a lower operator pool during that 2025-2024 season. Joom able to play a lot more flex roles operators, allow the rest of the team to get on guns, he's a shield player, but also the same kind of frag power for his team. Huge that round with nading out the gate player in garage, trying to get the bomb down, dodging the C4, dodging the smoke grenade. But this is what I mean, like, Bride just holding passively outside. Bride needs to commit there. It's rough. Like, the refrag is rough for Falcons right now. Like, that's a 5v1. You need to time it together so that there's no chance it can be 1 by 1 by 1 by 1. Even at the end, Efect just swung him by himself, chat. You see that? Efect just swung him by himself in the end. Bride was sitting on the breach just chilling. Like, Bride, just sprint in. Like, I know it's a bad play if the guy kills you, but think of it this way. Right here, right? Bride's stuck on the breach, and Efect swings him here, and that's the gunfight. Bride is scared of swinging in the breach. Why? Why is he holding it? He should sprint in. He should absolutely sprint in right here. Because think about it. Where's the only place that Nakwo can go to kill Bride if he sprints in? Right in the middle of the site. And what happens if Nakwo swings through and pre-fires Bride? Efect instantly kills him with the refrag. Right? This is not guaranteeing a refrag. Bride should give his life here. Bride sprints in. Right? Sprints. And the only chance Nakwo can kill him, Efect will always get your refrag. And the only chance that Efect will die, Bride now is in the position to get the refrag. Efect loses that one, they lose around. It's just the refrag. Refrag is the big issue right now. The 3-2-1's a tight. The coordination for Falcons is like they just start off so slow every round. I don't know if it's a comms problem or something.
Straight away wanting to push towards
dirt pressure on a basement room. It's big because it kind of forces the defenders to question whether she should come back or not.
Damage taken this time. However,
I've seen a lot of EU teams try to do this though. Like G2 love to do this. They try to get into dirt tunnel and then they try to hit like lurk entries off the rest of the map, off of the basis that the defenders, they think the defenders are falling back because they think it's a site hit. Wait, big gap? Nope, no big gap for Solotov.
In blue. I think there might be.
Oh my god, and the Denari just fucks Joom. I don't know, I think that CC round they played it slow. They played the good neutral game. They got a lot of picks off of VP's aggression. This round they try to force a bunch of injuries again, like way too fast, and it might work against teams that get caught off guard by that. I think against Virtus Pro right now in this game, you keep it slow.
And yes, he was a large part of the reason they've won. The only round they've got on the board right now. Here was handily deleted by, and Pasha has completely owned blue side of this map. It's not been a concern at all. Can they win a 2 versus 5? You want to say yes, on paper they can. The chance of winning that 2v5 sim is basically 0.
There's the Denari trip connectors having that impact that I spoke about because the option was not there to ban away because they needed to take the mirror. So
this guy just got hit by the same Denari twice. He got fucked by the same Denari a bajillion times. There's 2,000 Denaris in Moto.
Each one of those would have to be disrupted with throwable utility like you would with a laser gate, but each one individually.
And they have another flex reinforcement for triple wall. This is rough.
So difficult to work
this is rough for Falcons.
2 seconds left to go. Nitro needs to hold on to this for a little bit. Sends it out a bit soon. We hear it.
It's kind of funny because like the guy flexed like late reinforcing the.
Okay.
I can't see it
the
being
blue wall, like, kind of baited Solotov into taking that pick early.
It's going to be a successful flawless round at this point, Tim. I think if this carries on, like Virtus Pro have just absolutely deleted the news. This has gone down in the hatch. It really sums up the round. It's been very, very disparate from the side of Falcons, almost in a way getting a bit too
GD Diddy Burger asks, is this a big tourney? Yeah, not just this game, but it's just qualifiers. So this is the Tier 1 league. This is the domestic league. This is EU. This is like Pro League, basically. It's like in League of Legends, it's like LCS or what is it? LEC. It's LEC in League of Legends. And right now they're trying to basically qualify for... Well, they already passed the qualifying phase for MSI. I'll give him. So basically, just because something qualifies for you, something does not make it technically a qualifier. A qualifier is like a bunch of people sign up, and out the rip, your only purpose of that tournament is to like qualify for something, right? Like that's a qualifier. Like I'm thinking of like CL quals, where like everyone can sign up, open qualifier. This is a league. This is a league. So it's like LEC. The playoffs of the LEC get you into MSI, or like the playoffs of the LEC last stage get you into Worlds. It's like that.
Into a false sense of security here, and Dark has done a brilliant job counter prepping the way the Falcons have approached this map historically, because everything they've tried so far has met a brick wall. They have really struggled, and I think a lot of it has been built around those three key operators that we spoke about a lot. The Clash.
No, it's okay. It's just because there's a meme in my chat where everyone basically keeps thinking everything is a qualifier because everything technically does qualify you for stuff. Like Pro League technically qualifies you for events. Events technically qualify you for SI, and SI technically qualifies you for the GOAT conversation if you win that. But everything ends up being a qualifier. It's like this really stupid joke in my chat. This guy, I think he's distracted by the fact that the guy bought a main. Oh my god. Looks like more of a direct from Falcons. They don't want to go cash over on the site.
I think it was aimed at the barbed wire, and then he knew with clearing the barbed wire to back up, but it gives a route for later in the round. That's like kind of, you know, pathfinding.
Flash is really fucking over Falcons.
He was aware of Rorik on that lower platform, so gonna see that wall has been open now, but Rorik just gonna hold them at bay with the Clash, no problem.
Falcons ban out like basically mirror from wall denial. Good here. Good counter pressure by EFAC here, because that's a huge 1-1 because one, it relieves the pressure off the windows, and then two, basically because everyone has consolidated back in the site for VP, they're gonna push over, and the slow holding angle play style. This is exactly what they need. The neutral game. I think it's working so much better than like trying to go for those fast entries. They just stayed outside and played slow, pressure. Made VP move. They need to do that for another round.
Definitely.
Is G2 completely out of SI? No, they are still in for SI running, because SI is points accumulated through the entire year. That's how you determine if you get the SI or not. Easy defense. They have Clash again. They have two Barada stall out the wall, I guess.
So he
Zombie to play in garage.
CC and picks himself up an absolute freebie behind the
looks like they're not planning on reinforcing garage side. They want to go for heavy gym extension with the Clash here.
Away a little bit easily a couple of times there. Like you say, getting very
and lounge holes potentially if they want to like flank down into like bottom floor against like any sort of lounge take from Falcons. Like it's Yin Capital Glass. Are they going for the Capital garage clear where they smoke off the door? And then they have glass ping where the guy's sitting top garage.
And I look at this and I think, you know,
and they Capital.
3-3 is
the double reinforced top rafters will help counter the strap by letting the guy move around more.
If it happens, you know, Falcons will have done an amazing job if they can.
It's harder to win SI or WC. SI by miles.
We had 4 players on one.
I don't mean to diss on ELC. It's still a really important tournament. It's just like SI. There's no BO1s, right? Like there's only the lowest form of game is a BO3. Double elim bracket, bajillion games. Like 16 out of 20 teams make it out of group, so everyone still plays everyone. Like it's just an insane amount of games. It's
very simple. Didn't try and control large.
You need to perform. You didn't have like insane consistency.
Down throughout the game. Instead, let's try and go direct towards site. Let's not overcomplicate it. Let's not go Roma hunting. Let's focus on playing the game. They left Leaky to deal with the player out in towards Cash DC. Everyone else focused very much immediately on site, and they flooded once they felt they had a lick of an advantage. It was very good and responsive from them to show that they can deal with what
they're using Ying on Logi. I wonder if that's pull or they're gonna go off this glass pressure, or they're just all going all at once. Tuber on the door, no Capital ready for the smoke yet. And the pings. He's tubing the door so Glass's gadget gets disabled and they can't ping him out on the close angle. Fires on the R2. Where's the push, Falcons?
I think Falcons have got some decisions to make in this round with where the utility is going.
Oh,
So
the
we've got
Ying's
Neko
burnt out for
on
counter
the
pressure.
Clash. They've
Gone.
got a Capitao
And he's
they've
matched
got
1-to-1.
a
So
Nomad, both
VP
of
do
whom
not
can
fall
deal
for it. They
with that
do not fall for
operator,
it.
but
Captain
they
Fire
also
misses
want to
the
deal with
garage.
Catwalk, and we
Now they have
see
no
one of
more
those
Captain Fires to
fire
clear
arrows
this, and
come
especially
in,
if
so
someone's
now
in the
that's
lounge,
the
this is rough for them.
utility. You don't have to deal with the Clash anymore. They've no nades on side, so they could
Before?
well
Is it
find
good?
themselves in a position.
Oh, shoots it out of
Nitro
midair.
goes out, will be shot out. He's on the stairs.
Entry is good for
Falcons.
Falcons. This is huge. Huge win for Falcons, but time is low. How many smokes? 3 smokes? How many C4s? No C4s, 3 smokes, and a Clash.
To deal with this Clash later in the round.
Not quite sure what he was going for with that C4. He tossed it straight into his own Zoto, so it was frozen. All it did was give away his position.
Yeah, the Clash will. They need to get a guy outside CC window because as long as that Clash is, if he can wrap around and contest the breach and plant spot.
Plan was from Skies. Either way, they've lost that
No
control.
more
They've
Yings to go up
come
the
down to
staircase.
last
Effects
40.
gonna hit at the same time on red.
This one looking very, very dual. What they've got on side of concern, they've only got the 1 smoke canister left. Or smoke canister. Smoke bolt left to be able to support the Glacier. If they do go for
Smokes come out. Time is low. Time is low.
They've still got 2 smoke
Where's the plant gonna go down? Is it
it
breach?
This could get a little
Nose
bit
or oh, Clash down, huge. They can play plant now.
Very difficult for Virtus Pro
Wait, no,
from
2
here.
smokes,
You've
20
lost your
seconds.
Clash,
Maybe they
you've
can't
got
play
3
plant.
of them playing basically hand in hand at this point.
Plant her
The
down.
guy on top
Oh,
of
what a
each
shot
other.
by Uses though.
Falcons can just start stepping in and picking them off one at a time. Freebie for
I go
Rorik
down.
on those red stairs. But
Good counter pressure by Joom. It stops the guy from throwing the 3rd smoke. That was big from Joom. He dies, but this stops the guy from throwing that 3rd smoke.
There in time, so the fight back is on, and this is a
And there's
tough one
Posty
to
from
fight
Repel.
back
It's
into.
all up to Brede.
However, They are now
Brede.
2v1. It's all up to Brede on the Repel.
Can they stop him as the edge up goes off as well?
Oh, he's going to garage. He's going to garage for run out.
Golden chance there
He's
as well.
going to garage for the run out.
Patience being shown. Rorik really fancying himself a run out here. Will he get away with it though?
Pasha's
Knows he's
waiting
gonna
for
wide.
contact.
Yes,
Oh,
no,
that's
he
rough.
doesn't. It's
Pasha should have started hitting first.
Has now got no choice.
Pasha should have started hitting first.
Either that or stick it and pray that he can't get the angle.
Oh, wait!
He hits it!
He has it!
Wait!
Pasha, crazy shot!
Tell you what,
Oh
if you played against this
my
guy
God.
in you'd be saying, "Where are them red
Oh
boxes?"
my God.
He just knew.
Oh
Absolutely
my
magic
God.
from Pasha to get
Pasha,
from the
fucking
4-2.
crazy shot.
Quite
Holy
simply.
moly.
I just wanted to highlight Dan actually. Dan was a big star in that round, but actually the reason I wanted to highlight him is look at that most played defender, Castle. This speaks to the game plan that VP had. They wanted to basically make Falcons play through so much utility. They were playing the Castle, the Mirror, as you just showed. They ended up getting banned out. The Izami, the Clash, the Wham, like everything. Even the very final round that they won, we're seeing Skies on the rafters throwing 2 barrel canisters at the garage door to circumvent, to counter the fact that there would be a glass at the garage door. Everything is for a very specific reason that they do, and that's a big reason that they're 4-2 up.
That's a
at
W
the
breakdown.
Yeah,
I
it's still
think the
first
biggest thing
approach
there for
entry,
VP that was
unfortunately, got
worrying
4
for me to
rounds on
see,
the
like
board
if you're a
already. I feel
VP
like
fan,
it's
is
my job right now to at least
is
help
right
the
now, like
Falcons
when you
fan
go
get
for
a
that
little
kind of
bit
play
hate
and
and
you
hope
know
for
Bride's playing
this
passive,
year.
like
I
you
was
first
listening
poke
to
him
the
apart to see if he's
comms
playing
and
passive or
might
not.
think maybe not
He's
going
clearly
so
playing
far,
very
you know,
passive
on
and
the
holding
basement
for like the
attacks,
runouts,
so
right?
they were walking
You
back and
let
forth through the
Pasha
matchups, and they were just laughing. They were
start
having a good
sticking
time. So,
first, and
regardless
then
of the
you have the
scoreline,
guy swing
the
garage.
vibes seem to be up for
Even if
Falcons. How
Pasha
it's
dies
going,
there,
how
you have
it's
enough time to
going
run back.
Guys, lovely
So
breakdown from
letting
Leo. Thank you
Pasha
very much.
diffuse first puts
I think it's
Bride
fair to
on
say
that
that
repel, forces
say
him
this,
onto
far too
the
hard to
spot,
get
and then you
to
have a
see.
guy
If you are
swing there.
Falcons fan and was trying to help you
Turn
out, we can
upstream,
help you
okay.
out too. Don't count them out yet.
turn
Again, there is a
upstream.
reason why they're
Fuck it.
7-1 on this map.
Go
Virtus
to turn
Pro gonna
upstream,
have
I'll
to
turn
show
up the
some
goddamn.
really creative aside him. He's got
I'll
to show
switch
some of the
here.
attack inside
Evac,
here. Virtus
Falcons.
Pro are going to get away with this
Use-
and go into consulate 1-0.
On Scopus, gonna be a room. CC extend. They're gonna play garage and CC. They're gonna fall back
Tim.
down the blue stairs when
He's
it
not
comes
muted
time
again,
to
Tim.
do so. Ying and Montaigne here. Virtus Pro ban.
Nice one, mate. Good job.
Bandit
Round
and
7,
Cade.
we'll
Falcons
see
ban
them
double
go to
Harbors.
Church
I actually do think it's a
Arsenal
little bit of a blunder.
And it's basically
I
putting them
think
straight in at the
VP
deep end on the attack. It doesn't get
I've
much
really
tougher
been
than
liking how
this
many have been
inside the
panning
stage. Just
power
having a
ops
look at
only
the
on
positions
Clubhouse
of
recently
the
as opposed to the
Falcons
Harbors. Because
players.
thinking about it this way,
Three of them
the enemy
up
team's
there
gonna want to
on
get the walls
top
open no matter
floor,
what.
so
Right? Like
this
I think
is
it's
a
actually
heavy
not that
hold
much value to ban the
from
Harbors, or maybe
Falcons and
Ace,
Virtus
but
Pro
not
need
the
to
other
get in
ones.
there and win
Hands
a
are
few
still
of
up,
these first
Mav is
ones.
still
Now
up.
they know that they've got one trapped there. It's going to be an opportunity for Solotov to escape here now that the angle.
I think banning out like the Montaigne, the Ying, the Krim, the
exactly
Capitao,
what he's going to
power
do. He's going
ops
to take that chance,
restricts
just
the enemy's options
preventing
what they're
that
comfortable
further
with.
peak coming
Big
out
injury
whilst
from
this
Rorik.
man
Look at that.
gets there.
The guy outside blue
Over
one distracts him
teamwork
while
from
Rorik
Virtus
runs
Pro.
behind.
Just
And now that's the cut gone.
continually
That's the
challenging
escort.
on
That's
that
the bridge
window
gone. So
there,
now they
guys,
can
to
clear these
keep
top four players because they have them
Solotov
sandwiched.
online, to keep him hooked, to keep
But
him
Falcons have a lot of
interested,
bodies, though, so they can still win
whilst
this.
Rorik gets into position and picks up that entry.
And
Really
VP also
good
potentially,
stuff.
since they have all the
Virtus
rummers
Pro.
cut off top floor, they have the
Standing on a
fallback
carrot
from
for
blue
him
side,
saying,
like
"Come on,
cash
yeah,
side.
what this one
They
is,
could
just far
potentially
too
also
easy."
hit side through
Maybe
main
even very
stairs.
early on, answering that question of have they got some ideas, some prep work and some plans? The answer so far would appear to
They
be
do want to fight
yes.
this.
Now, again,
3v5 top floor.
which they're starting to get a bit of a pinch coming in towards Cash CC. This could get very, very ugly. Jesus, of course, can just teleport out whenever he feels, but has to do so in good time.
Oh my god.
Monty's
In
bearing
fact,
down. Only Fett gets him towards one more. The Monty now
This
looking
guy's
in a very,
Montaigne's in the
very
shits.
precarious position, but NAIKO standing firm. At least
EFAC's
for
holding
now.
his doorway.
Pressure still coming on through. Where's
Montagne
that shot coming in from the back? He
trying to
can't really
pressure
get the
here.
support that
EFAC
he
kills the
needs
Montagne.
until he
EFAC
gets
is going
across
huge
just in the
here.
nick of time to get the support that's required, and they get away with 2 kills. Tim Dan was really
EFAC
hoping to
7 and
punish
4
Leaky
this
Fat,
game.
but will not
Nuts.
be given the chance.
Yeah, Falcons have played that really
The zombie
well.
cuts it off.
Nick,
Does he know
I
the
think,
player's stock or not?
slightly aggressive on
Doom
that
heavy
one,
ego
put
challenge. Does he know
himself
player's
in a
stock?
really
Oh,
bad
stock players are
spot
talking
on
by
the
Vert.
Monty and knew that he needed to try and make
Doom,
the
do
play
you know or
happen. I
not?
think he was kind of banking on his teammate getting Leaky
An
Fight, but it
overextension,
didn't
though, because
happen.
EFAC got 2.
However,
They could have
Doom
used the
and
zombie to block
do
off both
get
the Suckers
taken
and
out
fall
in
back to
quick
blue.
succession, leaving us now
Once the bottom was
3v2.
out there.
After Falcons have done all that good work, I don't know
Birdie's
how they
just chilling
find
inside.
themselves in a serious man disadvantage here. The diffuser
That's
is
crazy.
down, out of their control
All
at
back.
the minute, so that's
40
something
seconds left.
Virtus.pro need to deal
Holy
with.
shit,
35
EFAC!
seconds left on
EFAC
the
runs
clock
away.
is another issue for them as well.
What the fuck?
It's exactly the same issue as what I was talking about back in the first half.
Oh, cutoff doesn't get hot.
Problem, and that
Oh
was
my
a
god.
golden kill to find too.
Virtus.pro were there to like
Able
literally
steal
match the cutoff, but it
Virtus.pro
doesn't get
now
hit.
they've really got to figure something out with very little time with which to do it. Could well find themselves being shot in the back as they run through a corridor or anything at this point. Even opening that hatch feels like a massive risk. No shields
Impact
right behind
tricks
as well.
too available
And the
because there's
impact
no
trick
one to
coming
make
down
Vert
too. There's
to
still
stop
more
that
to
guy.
go. Do they know? No, they don't. Bleeding's got one already and waiting. He'll take
He's
it.
riding in
Two.
moto. Huge by EFAC.
That's it about
Oh,
being
EFAC's gonna win this
back in
game
there,
by
but at the
himself
very least,
this round.
the
Literally,
diffuser
he's
is going down.
1v5ing this
Pasha
round.
has already hit one god shot. He's
Does
got
he
to
have
try
the
and
angle?
find one more.
Yes, he
One
does.
complete.
Oh, he doesn't
That's
see
a
him.
bit too late, unfortunately. Plant is down, but do they know that he's on main stairs? Long angle is there. Pasha ready and waiting. Leaky Fat with the right idea. A couple of shots coming in. Make it a third and a fourth. It's enough to push him back, but not yet enough
Oh my
to
god,
finish him
so
off.
rough. He almost had the
20
angle on the
seconds or
plant,
so
bro.
yet to work. Leaky Fat needs to isolate these 1v1s,
Wow.
but he
And
won't
he
be
almost
giving
kills.
it
He
to
kills
him.
4 there
collects
too.
one, and Pasha goes up.
Holy shit.
Look at what it means. Try and get the
EFAC had the
diffuser down.
spot.
That was crazy
3D
stuff
goes
from
for a
VP
chow,
to be able
loses
to
it.
pull off. It was beautiful at
Oh
the
my
end.
god.
Dan,
I think like
gets
once you get
picked
that,
up by
once you kill the
Leaky
Mountain, I
Fight
feel like
on
you're
the
able to
plant
fall
spot,
off, especially
even
if Doom
after
gets able to throw those
diffuser's
zombie
down.
charges.
It's
This is like
very
as soon as
winnable
one of
for
the
Falcons there. But as
fight.
soon as he can
You
escape
just gave the
up
chance for
towards
VP
the
because
tunnel,
the thing is,
then
right, when
they're
you're in
real
the same
trouble
spot
because they've got the
for the
crossfire
entire round,
established.
the enemy has the advantage because you didn't
And look at
switch
the
up like where you
difference
were. The
compared to,
enemy has the
say,
same
back in
info
that
on you.
first
They're gonna
half as
come
well.
up with new solutions to deal
We had
with
a
you.
similar spot
They
we
just
were
double
in.
up the bodies
Obviously,
underneath.
Falcons couldn't
Like
quite
the
get it
cut
over
again.
the line then. Crucially here, they had a massive advantage given all the work they've done upstairs, and it was like a blink and suddenly they've lost 2 players. Like, I can't be letting that happen. I really thought they'd had Virtus.pro figured out in that round, but the bear, it rules, Tim. And it gets a 3-round lead here. 2 more, and they could be away with this in rapid fashion on Clubhouse and straight into Consulate, which, not forget, is their map pick. It is their favorite map. They are 3-0 on it. They are undefeated on it in 2026. I'd be very, very nervous if I was Falcons going into map 2 down 0-1. It could be Virtus.pro cruising on in towards that final, and then they wait to see who will join them tomorrow.
And as a reminder for everybody of why that is important, you might look at this and think, well, you know, both these teams are already at EWC. It's not just about that anymore, and it's now become about SI points. There are a couple of 100 extras on the line
What
for
the
winning
fuck, users?
these playoffs, and we've seen, you know,
Okay, I
every
mean, I
point
guess
makes
we're
a
just
difference
challenging.
for SI
I guess
qualification.
Falcons
It
are
can
just
be
still like they
as
just want to
little as
challenge
5
everything. They just
points.
still want to challenge
PDS will
everything.
tell you from past failures to get to SI. So it
So it's
really
just
is
EU, I guess. It's
valuable
just
to be
EU.
winning
Everyone
these
just-
matches.
everyone
and
chows
right now,
everything.
it's all about Virtus.pro.
That's why they ban Wolverine, bro,
That
because
is
they're
not
fuck
as
the
they've
util. I mean,
already
fuck.
got catwalk. It
Fuck
might not
executes,
matter
fuck
too
getting
much. They're
walls
not
open, like-
attacking into CCTV
Wanna
and
take
Cash.
gunfights, man.
They are attacking into gym and bedroom,
There are
but
mute
still
jammers for this
taking
wall.
that area.
But there's
Very,
still
very
mute jammers on
difficult.
this
They've
wall.
been
They
able
can
to
still
do it
kill
with
here
the
for a
mantle,
bit.
so they can now start pushing
It
through
looks
the
like they're
rest of
getting
the
in position to fall off. There's no one red anymore. That red stairs is going to be a huge gap for VP. No, they fall off though. They
It's
just
almost
give.
like an identical situation with making use of the Azami to cover their retreat path back off here. Of course, some environmentals to make use of too, so desire, but not being popped at this point. We'll have to choose it off because if you step inside that as a shield and you get guard broken straight away, you can die. We also saw it used at this level previously on we see it quite a lot on Nighthaven Labs, it's worth noting, on the push up through Catwalk for a very, very similar reason. You have to shoot it out if you are the attacker, or it's only going to end up working against you. Either way, they would already see them long back away at that point. But down to this 4 versus 4 with about 75 to play, so not bad progress at Virtus.pro at all. It's going to come down to a straight up shootout on the site itself here to see who comes away the winner.
Just wanted to take the peek along those windows, see if anybody's playing on the rotation.
Where the fuck
They are
was
not,
that?
but
Logi?
June does
How
manage
the
to
fuck
find
was that?
Sky.
Logi Hatch?
The Grim taken off the board and Bees go with
I mean,
him.
it's
So
just
so
once.
much
It's just
utility
once.
being lost
Everyone's
along
just
the
like
way here for
exposing like
Virtus Pro.
one by
Now
one.
find
There was no
themselves
setup
with a
phase.
multi, having to
Solotov's
fight
just
with the
shitting on
pistol.
them.
Neko taken down. Solotov finds that kill. 4
They didn't
versus
set up-
1. They're
this is
holding
very
on from bedroom.
uncharacteristic
Rorik does
of
manage
VP, a
to
team
take
that, like,
his man down.
loves their
Solotov
executes.
off the board, but the Nitro
No setup,
over
no
the
3-2-1,
top of the
no
Kiva
nothing, no stay
barricade.
alive. One by
Two
one by one, bleeding
construction does
picks,
the job.
giving
That's
it
gonna
away.
be the final
Solotov just
kill.
shutting them
Falcons
down,
get
fucking
themselves
them.
Bring the scoring.
Playing
within
CC
2
now.
rounds
They
striking
made a
distance.
rotate into
We go
top
again,
garage.
it's one of
I
those
doubt
really
they're
crucial
actually
rounds
going
that
to
we
keep
always
it
speak
open
about,
though.
Tim. This one gets won by
The
Virtus
zombie,
Pro.
no
Maybe
zombie
a
on
3-round
this
difference
strat,
starts
despite
to
it
feel
being
a
up
little
for
bit too
garage.
significant.
Interesting. So
If
he's
Falcons
just
can
playing
win
with
it, well,
ADSs.
they're back within 1 round after winning 2
Looks
in
like
a
he
row.
values
It's
much more not
without
getting burnt
reason
out by
they couldn't
util
go on
than
and
anything
potentially
else.
win it or at the crucial
Since
one. I feel
Finka
Falcons have to
Ying,
come
so
out on top here.
if they do double reinforcement,
I'd agree.
let's
Not
see it.
quite decisive
This
necessarily,
decides
as
this
you say,
lineup
they're
whether it's good or
still in
not.
the game,
Because
no matter
Sense
what
allows it. If they
happens,
double
but
reinforce the squad to let the guy play it for heavy anti-util, they're going to do a sensible across the plat breach and go for a hit onto either
It's gonna
garage
be
or
CCTV
site
and
based
Cash,
off it.
just looking at those
They have no
defenders.
range hard
Always
bricks, they
looking
only
at
have
the throw one
cams.
At the minute, it's an operator that I love playing, love watching.
It's gonna be
I
a
think
it's gonna
lot
be
of
either
value
ISO
in
on
bringing
garage
Dawn
or
along at the
onto
minute for
CC.
area
Either or
denial,
block
for
garage,
plan
go for
denial.
site.
We'll see quite
Block
often.
site, go for
Sort
garage.
of keeping 2 in pocket, maybe, you know, it keeps it flexible. If a shield starts approaching, they don't know that there isn't one there yet. So a shield starts approaching, you can put a razor bloom out on their path, prevent them pushing you like that. If you keep 1 in pocket, which is the case now for Solid Stop, if a plant
They do
starts
double
going down,
reinforce
it can be
it.
sent in much like you would do a smoke canister and it'll detonate in time. So lots of options there.
It looks like they're falling off already, garage side. I think they know. I think they know this is a VP push. I think this is in prep or something. They're like, oh, they used the double hard bridge cans.
The previous round of the where he really has shone his brightest so far.
What does that mean?
I'm already expecting to see a little bit of challenge coming on through. I mean, both teams have played, I've got to say, so aggressive on the road. Doesn't matter if playing downstairs or
Molotov is in a shit, terrible spot. Oh my god, how the fuck is he allowed to play there? One guy goes on windows and he's dead.
downstairs. Or if you find yourself inside Cash CC, you'd extend it towards a catwalk.
There's a player in
but a full
basement.
extension out towards the other side of the map.
I genuinely have
I'd say that's
no
quite
idea where
rare,
this
but
push is
both
going to
teams
go.
have done
It looks like they want to go for
consistently
gym
on
over.
this map so far. It's one of the more
Altov's in a terrible spot. He has no
defensively
reinforced wall. He
aggressive
can
that I've
easily
seen
wall
in a
bang
long
from gym
time,
window.
Tim.
And they also have the sense grenade on CC window to block a guy from peeking them onto highway.
Paid to the sides through large portions
EFAC
of
big
these
flank though.
routes.
EFAC, it's all on EFAC.
Proving your point, he's going to be waddling his way up those central stairs.
Yeah, Solotov just dead. Again, shit spot.
Freebie
EFAC. Does he go all the way up? Nope. Shut down by Rorik.
Rorik definitely did react.
Is Bride gonna stay
Sits down
fighting
back
this?
in
Wow,
front.
Bride.
It's going to be 3 versus 3
Beautiful
as
play.
Bride manages to put that shotgun to work right in the face of Neko. 3 versus 2.
King shotgun running through. Good crossfire between Juve and Bride here. Wait a minute. Skies gets both.
Hang on a minute. Skies with a huge
God.
double.
He needs to try and save. Oh, Eustace has got a real game to play here now. Does he want to try and play this dance? Will he swing?
Oh, he pushes
Yeah,
through.
looks
Yo!
inside.
Yo!
Oh, Eustace has won
He wasn't even looking at him. He wasn't
Skies.
even looking at him.
All you had to do, buddy, was keep him
Holy
out.
shit.
Anything. It
What
would
the
have been
fuck
great.
was that last exchange?
it's
The guy
won
wasn't even looking at
by another
him.
Eustace himself.
Eustace is a crazy
Both
flick.
teams
Bro,
trying
I
to
thought
big
Eustace
pushes
blundered
in
that.
this
I thought
game
you
so far,
because
Tim.
Eustace thought the
I
guy.
have no idea.
This is what happened, chat. Eustace looks really stupid there, chat. This is what happens. I promise you, Eustace thought that the guy went for the res. Like, Eustace thought the guy fired the door and went for the res. Because naturally, that's what happens. Put yourself in the eyes of Eustace. He fired up the door, he's going for the res. Like, that's obviously what you would think. That's why Eustace swings through like a dumbass, right? Like, that's what Eustace thought, right? So, like, that's why he looks really dumb. And then he just shuts on that guy, bro. What the fuck?
That to be the case quite often.
Man.
This is just look at the crosshair placement.
That was a great crossfire. What won them the round was what won them the round was June and Bride in
That
Logi.
thing a little bit because as we
They're
mentioned,
actually
that was a
holding
crucial
down that
round. Some
fucking-
Falcons are now back with
holding
it.
down
Did
Logi
require
like it's
a
the fucking
1v2
Alamo,
being
bro.
won out.
Basement room again.
Capitao, a third option. Get
They
in there
don't
and
have
smash
as
it.
strong
So
as a
plenty of
CC hold this
chances,
time.
plenty of ways that
There's
they
one
can
player in
deal with that
kitchen. Jume's gonna
utility,
rat in
but
there and
deal with
switch
it
out
they
to his other
still
scopos,
must.
motherfucker.
5-4 now
It's gonna be
on
basically like a
scoreboard
single
as
rat
we
room.
head into
Single
round
rat
10.
room.
Church
Jume on the
Arsenal
single
will
rat
be the
room.
target for Virtus
And
Pro.
VP
They're
are
able to
kind of
win it out
skipping the
last
room
time.
clear, so I
Let's
wonder
not
if they
forget,
know
it
or not
came
that
down
Jume's
to
up
be
here.
a
This will cut him
real
off. This will cut him off.
play with Dan
Or he's gonna
and
strip.
Passion
I think he wants to go to
ultimately
strip.
holding on as they managed to
Because if you're in
dash
strip, you threaten
into
Moto
that
Hatch for the
plant
entire
spot
round. Yeah, he's in
secure
toilets,
it.
he's in
League
Western
Effect was
hallways. Strip,
1v2,
maybe? Yeah,
and
going into strip.
I think honestly, you know, if you played that round a few more times in exactly the same way. Leakafak could come away with a few wins, so I think Virtus Pro were a little bit lucky. And I'm not sure the local continue carrying.
They found
through
Joom,
to this
and now
point.
Joom just goes back in a strip, and then when they send
Maybe
bodies
not.
to, oh my god, almost got someone from the hatch. Holy shit, tries to wallbang him.
Come on, man. Watch
Crazy.
him get 3K off the back of
Oh,
this now,
and he's
I
gonna
swear
go
to
fucking
God.
crazy aggressive here. He has to
No
switch now. He has to
chance.
switch now.
I was about to say,
He has to
don't
switch
even
now.
bother.
Oh my
Just
god!
get out. And sure enough, get out he will.
Crazy timing for Joom.
Goes through the shell at the very least. But
VP
he's lucky to
almost
be
just
alive.
wallbanged
There
him and
are 4
aggroed him
shots
out of
he
his
took during
spot.
that period.
Yeah, I'm not
Now they have
quite
EFAC
sure
on
how
main
Joom's
stairs
got
like with the
away
shotgun,
that, but
C4,
also showing
free
one
plays.
of the other-
Oh!
one of the other they're getting
Wow,
a little bit
VP are
sloppy down
clearing
here,
these power
the
spots
Falcons
out in like
they're
2
giving up
seconds.
damage quite often. Just showing one of
Or
the
rather,
other,
it's more
real
like Falcons
benefits
don't
to
want to
playing
hold them
Score
because it
Back
looks
up
like
to
they're
full health.
scared of
So
VP's
you
like
see that dog
efficiency on
trying to
clearing
think
out these
because
dead spots.
2 shells, they both have 100 HP, so he takes a bunch of damage on one, transfers back to the other, he's back to the full health of that other shell. So a good little strength of score loss.
And now able to support. So they might go on to get a 3K off the back of it, or yet to be seen. On the side of Virtus Pro, though, we're down to our last 60 here. They've got what they need in terms of the hatch control. They've, of course, had that hammer swinging away from Rorick, making sure they've got control inside of the hallway at the same time. They're trying to restrict the defenders.
There's a lot of time for VP to execute, though. They have 2 capitals that can go for blue quite easily here.
Make a lot of sense into that kitchen hatch.
I think this execute should be VP sided unless they like fuck up something. They're going for church blues. They're going to open up that church wall and then sandwich it from blue. And then there's still no Azami from Falcons, which is very surprising because Azami is what counters that kind of push. Wow, what a shot from Solotov. Solotov's playing lights out this game. And Joom kills the Capitao. He flanked. How the fuck did he flank? Did he go oil pit? Where the fuck? What? How the fuck did he get in stock? Yo, wait, his body was his Scopo's body was got. Oh my god, he had the other Scopo's body like not in sight or something. Wait, it was in sight.
Breeder just managed to find Sky Solotov. It was running away from Falcons for a little bit.
I gotta watch the
They've been
replay.
able to fight their way back.
Someone's gonna watch the replay on that. How the fuck did Joom get in stock? That was huge because it kills the Capitao that would have taken blue control and sandwiched the site. What up, blue?
Yeah,
How you doing,
Rue
Redders? Yo, Rue, do you know what time your playoffs games are? I would love to know. It's just not on Element. Timeout.
Virtus Pro realizing it, right, we've lost our advantage.
Gym site CCTV extension. They finally bring out the Azami. Falcons ban the Grim. VP banned the Clash. A lot of shields gonna keep being spammed by VP in that case.
Exact same thing. The extension out towards Cash and CC, and both teams have really struggled with breaking this open when there have been these double architect operators on side. And if you've heard me say the word architect,
Logic Mirror with the double reinforced. I see. This is the one thing I don't agree with actually. Like a Logic Mirror with double reinforced gym walls. I don't think synergizes as well.
What falls inside there as well. Castle, no doubt, a big part of it.
Because one of the powers of Logic Mirrors is you're able to see
change
more
must be how you play
angle,
aside through
deeper
their
angle to
gadgetry.
gym if they go for like
So I
gym
think
hopping
across
like
those
Windows take.
four, like, it makes it so hard to
I
break
think like
down this
it
side
makes
of
it
the map
if they get
overall. Yes,
Logic or
coming
if they
through,
get
coming
gym,
on
it's a
here,
lot more powerful
but
than
two is enough, I
it
think,
could
to
be.
waste a
But
hell
we'll
of a
see.
lot
I
of
mean,
time.
they are going to go for a
Virtus
casual
Pro
to start
really
with, so
sending a Hail
Falcons are just
Mary
going to run
in
on that.
behind this Monty as well. 4 out of the 5 rounds.
That's just my
They've
opinion. I think
so far.
I've seen multiple teams
They
do
managed
this,
to win,
right?
of course,
So
the first
maybe,
one back in
maybe I'm
round
wrong.
7. Thanks to a down 1v1, admittedly overturning a leak of back 4K. But they're yet to find success with it outside of that first round. I'm probably a little bit nervous here, Tim, that they won't be able to find success in general. Feels like Falcons have just got their number at this point.
Joom peppering shots out towards Garage there, unable to pick up any damage onto NAEKO. So we see Falcons not quite being forced
No mute jammer,
back
so the Havana's
yet,
going to be
but
able to
at
get
least
open that
kind of
Cash CC wall
manoeuvred,
quite easily.
back a little bit out of top red stairs. They're
Good
now
shot by
inside
side
Cash.
players
As
there.
that pressure
That's
mounts,
what's
we would
thrown.
expect them to move back through construction, but they are not going to go anywhere soon.
They're playing to fall
I don't
off here
think
early.
They're going to try to hold
Way
on to
early
this
fall
for as
off
long
for the
as
Azami,
possible.
at least.
Keeper barricade will allow
Two others
a
on
little
way
bit of
early
an
fall
out
off. Everyone
for Joom
falling
there,
off.
so he can get himself back towards
Falcons just
side.
giving.
Solotov
Giving,
now
giving,
finds
giving. They're playing the
himself
side layer
in
again.
construction. And it is going to be
Such
Virtus
early
Pro
give off for Falcons.
starting to time
But it
the
just
net
shows
a
how
little
like
bit
versatile they are.
halfway
They're
through
able
the
to play
range.
from fight to give.
Like,
Which is a really good sign for the international play. Like having two paces.
About roaming, and most people don't always like appreciate this. You don't have to get kills. If you can chew through drones, if you can chew through utility, if you can even just chew through time, it's enough. And if you get away with a kill during that time period, great. That's resource being taken away from the attackers. You are weakening them. But it isn't essential for you to get a kill for a roam to be successful. Just being out there
Will
and
stop that from
wasting
being
time
walkable.
on
But yeah, that Capitao kills a guy in gym instantly. Now that's an easy hop in because they don't have the hop and holes, right? Oh, good C4 eFAC! What the fuck? Was that from underneath? He's just underneath, just shitting on them. Never mind, it's a bait. I guess it's base of it. Because VP are in a sense of security when they get, like, they kill the gym guy,
As I said
walls
about
double
Falcons to
reinforced,
begin with,
and they're
my
like,
criticism of
wow, it's
Falcons
so
was
safe.
the
Like, there's
rounds
double
being
reinforced
lost in
walls
the
here.
first half
It's so
weren't
safe to hop in.
necessarily
Let's
down
go
to
for
the
this gym
strategy, weren't
execute.
necessarily down to,
Evax is
you know, they
underneath
just
and
weren't
pool table.
competitive
Shoots a
in
guy,
lot of
like,
areas.
being
They weren't really
unknowing.
winning
C4's
gunfights,
out,
they
kills
didn't
another
have man
guy.
advantage. Four of
EVAC
them only
being
got
there, like,
one kill
VP
each
just
on the
baited
side.
into a false sense of
Really
security right
weren't
there with
in the
EVAC being
game.
underneath.
They're the ones
Falcons
who
have all
found
the
footing.
answers.
They've dug deep. They've shown
Falcons have all the
super
answers.
resilience. You know, in the
And
same way,
honestly,
they're not
you think about it,
competitive
in the
these
regular
gunfights.
season,
Falcons
in
picking them up
BO1s,
for fun. They're
VP
hitting
and
them with
G2 made Falcons look
nitros,
like
they're
light
hitting with
work.
utility. They're burning their time. They're just
And it's just
making
completely,
everything
it seems
difficult
like
for
it's
them, and this is
completely
much more the Falcons that we
for
expect to see on Clubhouse.
playoffs,
Yeah,
BO3s,
there's that big
BRB,
question
chat.
at the halfway mark.
Super out to keep
They've
this
had
wall
the
closed for
entry
as long
kill
as
for
possible,
in
and
the
C4
last
to lace
six,
through that
and that is a big
mirror
problem because
crouch.
they're doing great
Crouch
work.
mirror.
They're getting those early kills, but Falcons are, you know, bringing themselves back into it every single time. So I'm going to watch very
Big value to the
closely
glitch here,
Virtus
actually.
Pro get that kill. Is it traded?
Time waste,
And
because
if
the
not,
main thing
how
with
do
this
they
garage
use
layer
that man
is just time
advantage?
waste,
Where are they
right?
then sending that extra player to put some pressure
The
on
Goyo
That situation from NAIKO, just
and the
watch out for that fire.
ADSs
See
are
left
just a
foot
time waste. Jum is dead no matter
there? That
what,
one isn't chewing you alive.
but
In a spot now where, of
VP
course, he's
just clear it in
a
point
little
two.
more at risk.
What?
With that
Jum?
broadcast taken away. Takes a really high risk move here and drops the
Crazy
down.
hop over,
Yeah, I'm
actually.
not quite sure what he was going for there,
No.
knowing that the wall blown was soft. Like, I get maybe he was trying to surprise them. Maybe it was a mispress of the keyboard. I don't know. That was a weird one.
So, entry kill goes to Virtus Pro again. Can they lock
This is
it
rough.
down this time? So, big difference here. They've managed to, first of all, my first step after getting an
No
entry kill, what I
smokes,
want to
two
see
C4s.
is keep yourselves alive. Don't give
And
a
they have
trade
to
up.
go for
Don't
some
give
sort of
that man
flank play, I
advantage. We're
think.
now outside of that window.
I think
They've
their
got
only real
themselves the
chance at, like,
5v4.
beating out
They've
this execute is,
cemented
like,
that
if you're
security.
taking lounge
They've taken
control,
over Catwalk. They've
which
got the
VP
breach
already have
onto
man advantage on.
CCTV. They've got a lot
The
of
bridge
what
isn't
they need here.
walkable. That's
Somebody
a
needs to
decent
control
point for them, is the
lounge,
bridge is
but
not
other than
walkable.
that, they are in a position to be
Mountain
able
have
to think
cans?
about putting
Mountain
a
has
plan
cans, so
down.
that
There
make
is
his own
two
crouch hold.
nitros left on the side of Falcons. That is a factor that they need to consider as well.
Oh!
But there is no smoke.
Wait,
so they
Solotov
should have access
fries
to
the
that
breach?
bomb site.
Okay, I mean,
Solotov
or you
picks
just
up
have
a beauty
Solotov just
onto
frying.
Dan, though, for versus
Munich
four.
major
Could
MVP.
this be another round that crumbles
D4
for
through
Virtus
on the
Pro
breach,
despite
and he gets another
having
Solotov.
The entry kill.
Solotov, nah,
Gets a
Solotov, nah,
beautiful
Solotov.
nitro onto the catwalk.
The plan's going down, even with Rorik.
Big gap.
nowhere nearby.
Another C4. Perfect
Another
C4 play from Falcons. It doesn't even matter. Wow, Falcons. Solotov just, you could have everything in the world. Solotov just fries your entire team. Falcons don't even, like, I don't even think
not
Falcons
concerned
display
at
any,
all
like,
about playing from a man disadvantage, using that utility.
their individual talents on their team just frying VP. Frying VP, genuinely.
Beautiful stuff from
Holy
Falcons,
shit.
and they take
Second map, Consulate. Virtus Pro undefeated on this map. Consulate, I think, was the map that G2 kind of like put down the Falcons on, at least in the BO1.
Just looking at that
Yeah, it
lineup,
was.
we'll have-
So let's
we've
see if
seen
Falcons
the bandit
do they
bands go
are they
up
just
and up.
simply
We've
like
spoken
better
about them at
overall
length.
as a
It's not going to be
team
the case this time, so we're going
in
to see that bandit
BO3s?
brought along.
Top floor admin extension, triple reinforce off the break wall with bandits on them. He's gonna be able to C4 over top on any repels in that go into admin. They have Goyos and spokes in the plant spots, glow door, and CEO window. Sense usually means admin overtake.
Around that, whether it's going to be used for taking space, we often see it.
Early spawn. Oh, whiff from Jum actually.
It should have been too easy. June, what is going on? Pasha with a big response takes him down. That's going to be advantage Virtus Pro.
He's just so good, isn't he?
It's just
He's just so bloody brilliant, Pasha. He astounds me every single time. Shouldn't be winning that. Shouldn't be hitting the SMG that he hit during the post plan.
Yo, Matt
Back
put me on this
Clubhouse,
energy
he
drink,
just
bro.
finds a way to get it done.
This shit is
Equally,
fine.
he'll be kicking himself because he knows that he
Jitter-free
should have had
energy,
him
Herba
dead
mod
to rights
trade,
there.
80
I
milligrams
almost like to
caffeine,
follow
1
that
gram
Rorik
sugar,
that's running into
500
walls.
milligrams of
But
adaptogen.
surely not. Surely we don't
This is
big up
fire.
the sends here because I'm with you, Tim. You see a sends on side, there's pretty much always a game plan. For it to get domed early on during like a run out or some kind of aggressive peak would just be classic. True irony, but classic.
Just looking at Pasha as well, look how little damage he's taken. Like, he wasn't ready for that run out.
C4
His was,
ripped
you
for
know,
the repellent.
purely reactionary with his
Already
shot.
players in, so he's kind of in the shit, hasn't leave.
Was
No C4
there,
pick
prepared.
given.
That's exactly where he was looking. So big loss for Falcons. But anyway, we move on. We're going to see the electrification.
Solotov,
just
another
stopping that wall
pick
being
for his team.
breached
Just
from
holy
admin for the
shit,
time
he
being.
is
They're gonna breach
guns
the
blazing this
side
series.
wall instead. We're going to see the Selma charges second.
And this is what I
gives
mean,
an
bro, with
angle
Falcons.
straight
Is like their
through, so
team is
Falcons need to
so
be
stacked.
cautious
It
around
was
that corridor
disappointing
now.
to see them have such a
being inside
have a
admin
rough
suggests
kind of
that we're
regular
gonna see
BO1
those
season,
gadgets
right?
used to create a little
Considering
bit of a
they have
safe
June,
corridor,
right? The guy that hit all those
in
clutches against
towards
FaZe,
that.
and they
We
have
see that
Solotov,
quite
the
often if you think
MVP of the
maybe
Munich
Cafe,
Major Grand Finals. They have
not
EFAC,
basement,
the
really,
god
bottom
tier
floor cafe in the
IGL
kitchen.
that
We
used to
see
drop,
used
20 a
block off
game
the
to
line
carry
of
his
sight
team.
from VIP, for
Great day,
example.
one of the
I
most
think
clutch
we're
players of
maybe
all
gonna
time.
use,
Uses just
some of those
super
lights for
consistent,
that
like
kind of
fragger.
capacity to prevent. So there's so many places down the bottom of here that you can be peaked when you're trying to work through that corridor.
It just makes so much more sense now in those VO3s that they're shooting and frying. They have Demos and Zofia under long death defensive for Vert clear on this. Good C4 kills Monte. That's huge. They can retake long desk here. They choose not to. The Demos track tries to track the guy from underneath long desk. Nothing there.
And
what I thought-
not a lot of time with which to work. Falcons so far defending brilliantly.
Yeah,
I thought was super interesting that was said by like the analyst asked between games is that
he's not going to get any
Falcons
more
are letting
aggressive than
Virtus
that
Pro
because he knows that he can't.
have
He's so
all
low
like the
health.
cheese ops they
You can
want.
see
They're letting them
those
have
live
Blaz,
screens
the
just
Ging,
in
the
and around,
Montaigne.
trying to create
Go ahead, play
area
that shit, bro.
safety.
Nico,
That
play
can pop up,
Montaigne,
and
bro.
you've
See what
got
happens.
that
And they're
little bit of
frying
space
him off
to
it
get
every
in
time.
and put the diffuser down, so it is going to be used towards the
And they have
direct
underneath
plan,
control.
but they're not aware of the player underneath. And Rorik's going to be taken down. Pasha looking for an opportunity.
Oh, that's a
to
bad
put the
gunfight to
diffuser
lose
down,
though for
manages to
users.
get his man.
Wow,
Just
VP
like
actually
this,
clutch it out. That's
the cover's
crazy.
there. Well,
Third
the
take.
last kind of 6 or 7 rounds, really. I just think he's been a little bit
they're
aggressive
Chinese
at times.
and
We saw
it's
it in
tied.
construction
What the
where
fuck?
he
What's the
dashed
point
on
of that?
it, didn't
Flex
have the
reinforce on
support.
this wall. They
Leaker
wanna
was
hold the
still
deep
top
crossfire
red,
here soon.
and he put himself
Most
in a
important
really
wall
bad spot.
for
And I think
Falcons
he
this
did
round
that
is gonna be
again
that
in that
single
last round
deep
there. He
storage
charges in
wall.
towards long desk, and he just starts getting hit with the smokes.
Oh,
He
does he
gets
know
hit
there's a
with
guy behind him,
nitro.
though? That's
His
fucking-
health just gets chipped away.
Every
There's
chow,
nothing wrong with an aggressive
I feel like
Monty. You just
Falcons
can't be
take
too aggressive. You
so
can't put
risky.
yourself in bad spots because you can't defend yourself. And if you're too
You
far
think that
ahead
he
of your
picks
team,
up the
you've gotta
phone?
be
That's
punished
crazy.
for
You
it.
gotta
We
infix the
keep
phone.
seeing the shield
Big value
taken off the
Falcons. They're
board
big time
without
with
really
they have
gaining
two roamers
too much
above.
from it.
2 roamers all the way up
Sure,
top
well,
floor, so it would be
let's see what Falcons
5v3
do this
inside
time
if they
round.
hit
The
right
early
now.
round, they've been really good with the C4s. I've got to give it to them throughout the series multiple times. You know, Brede stepping up
What's
with
the
kills.
play,
There's
VP?
some leaky
Hunt
back
top
net and a couple
roamers
back
or
on the
just go for
previous map
sight?
as well. They've done brilliant work with it. Here they come armed with 3. They've got the Ella to help deal with Nako. It's almost like they've acknowledged that they're going to see a lot of the Monty coming out. They've said, okay,
Vivek
these
is
two bands are
ratting
making away.
inside storage.
We know that the Monty is going to be the go-to thing for them, and that's why they're
Vivek
bringing
is
along
taking a
this
big
lineup
gamble
that
here. He's
helps
ratting
deal with
inside
it, that
storage.
helps
If they
slow
find out he's there,
down
he's dead no matter
the
what.
side
But
of
if they
Virtus
don't,
Pro.
he gets a free
And
call
maybe
to Montaigne.
Falcons are looking at it and thinking,
Oh,
you
the
know
dope
what, we're
call.
playing the time, playing the clock here.
He should let the
That's
fucking
how we're
phone
gonna
blow
find
up this
ourselves
time.
with our win.
Oh, he actually picks up the
Immediately
phone
managed to leak
again.
back. Just
Crazy.
play there for a quick second
It's
towards
crazy to
bottom
think that if you let the phone blow up the
Nako's
first time, he
certainly
might have been
not
able to hit the
chasing
rat there.
anyone anytime soon.
Good movement by
No,
Efec.
this is what I wanted to see. A
And do
little
they have
bit
that
more,
inner
getting
wall
more
cated?
value out of that Monty
No more
here.
EMPs
Look
to
how
get that
they
inner wall, but
shifted
they have to
those
flood
players,
through
they're
2
not
choke points. Nico already walking up through
Rorik's
lockers.
going to be coming round. Is he? Yeah, there you go. He's watching into. That's what I was concerned that again.
Look at all
Nako
these-
was
what the
maybe
fuck
just
are all these
extending
holes?
A little bit too far, but no, the support is there this time, and Rorik manages
Pasha's
to get
in.
that kill.
Pasha's
This
a
is
huge
way
injury
better
here.
use of that
Pasha
shield.
has
They've
a
been able
huge
to-
injury
what
here.
a shot
Brede
from
actually wins it
Smoke
against
as
him.
well. Brede manages to get one. Scars is there with one of his own. Brede taken down in a late trade.
Crazy
It's gonna
execute
be
by
Rorik's
VP.
3 in the round to finish.
I'm trying to remember now,
Creates
because
that
every
space,
time I've seen
creates the
console in
opportunity
EU,
for
like
Rorrik
obviously
coming
it's
down because
supposed
he's
to
then
be a
bit of
defender side of
magnet,
that, but I
and
feel like
Rorrik
every time
picks
I've
up
seen it, it's
couple of
been
kills on the back of it. So yeah, much better
attacker
from
sided.
Nako in that round.
Trashed Falcons on console, and G2 are one of the better console teams this stage. So would not be surprised
You see that shield walking at
to
you,
see
you can't
Falcons drop this
ignore
map.
it. Like, yeah, it's turned slowly and
called it
gently
early
take
enough.
ground
Why?
there. That I thought for a time I was like, well, Falcons are going to find themselves happily running this clock
Let's
down
tab
with
out.
3 C4s at the ready. They'll just play behind C4s. What I like from Virtus Pro is they didn't give them time to sit and
This is
start
enough. This is
deploying all
enough
of
time.
that.
Play on.
Instead,
Play
they
on.
have the chance to be able to charge their way forward aggressively,
Okay.
punish them before any utility could be deployed, and Falcons were simply overrun. You don't
Maybe
tend to expect
Julia
that
did
when
not
there
call
is
a
Monty
timeout
on
in
side,
time
so
or
that
something.
tempo switcher from Virtus Pro in the mid-round, that's what really helped them get that one over the line. A great second round. They're up 2-0 on the attack, Tim. I wouldn't be complaining if I were in their shoes.
Okay then. See if Falcons can get
Ying.
themselves. It was much
Piano
the same
side.
as Clubhouse, really. They lost the first couple of rounds and then they were able to kind of scratch a couple out.
I'm interested
as
to
it
see what the
were.
roar
So
is
this time
for.
It's going to
So
be
you could
Piano
usually
that
use
they're trying
it
to hold on to.
to
So
hop
this, I
in
would
through
imagine, going to
bathroom
be
by
a
roaring
battle
up the
over
bathroom
top
door.
floor. And as Rorik dives
You could
straight
use
onto
it
the
to
rappel,
kind of stop, like,
would suggest
you know,
that
lock block
to
off
be
long
correct.
desk or block off glow and go for the other side.
Too much of the
You go for admin over.
But another operator that I really do enjoy watching with Synoz changes recently, which really slows down the speed at which her barriers rise once a defender shoots them. For the attackers, it's still nice and quick, but for a defender, I think it's about 6 seconds.
SHAIIKO's actually going to be pressuring yellow side, and I think
that time to go up and down.
It's so slow. And there's just a nice pair of legs.
it looks like it will be yellow. So they pressured admin side. They actually go for yellow side clear.
It's really easy. So I really like the Aurora. DMR available as well.
Aurora for long desk double, actually.
That is a choice.
Oh, maybe to prevent the guy from retaking and pressuring when they go for yellow. Interesting, because they have like the yellow angles. If the guy gets on the spiral window, he can kill the guy going for yellow entry.
Tim, look, 3 C4s again.
And so basically that Aurora stops them from pressuring that.
To try and stop SHAIIKO. And this time around,
C4
they're ready
through.
with C4s in hand, which I like the small little change.
40 damage on the
Monte.
Monte.
Taken away, of course, not going to kill anyone, but respectable and shoot. Almost being taken out from downstairs there. Sky's
Pretty actually, Jim actually falls underneath.
It's going to fall very critically, Tim. Those are the Candelas that are gone.
Dan's counter like lurking it.
Big loss for Virtus.
He's gonna be able to cut off Jim on the flank here.
Managed to get in there with the Raura, put it to use, and get the kill onto.
I think he knows. I think he knows he's here, which is why he's matching him.
Low health, so again, can't be going too aggressive. Takes more damage from that smoke canister. Just trying to bully his way into top yellow. There are
have
no more
Solus
toxic
and
babes
Warden up top to
available
stop
for
plants.
Falcons, so once that clears, he will be able to start moving forward. There's no nitros on side.
They know.
Keep your eye on
Jim gets one. Jim gets one.
That impact
Brilliant. Jim wins it. Now the threat of the spiral flank is imminent.
Manages to pick up.
Now the VP have to move. Now the longer they stay, the more Falcons have an advantage.
Utility-wise, it shouldn't be a problem.
They're actually going to go for the top floor clear across continually, not flowing down into sight. I feel like that's a blunder of a call. I feel like the play is they stayed in the same place for too long. Again, it's telegraphed now.
Does take users though.
They can recover him as well, like, because of that Raura that's down on the doorway. No one can swing in and be aggressive here.
30 seconds left. Surely, I mean, Brede and Evac just fall back, no? Or like Evac can rat and then Brede can play to fall back.
Got the right idea because there is still one player, Brede, that just
if they drop, they have their top control Falcons. So W discipline here. This is W discipline. They have to keep a player above. Good play by Jim.
Gonna see
Brede kills above, they retake above.
NAEKO's got no option but to try and put that diffuser down. He is surrounded as expected, and just like on Clubhouse, Falcons lose the first 2 rounds, come back with the third, and we found ourselves sat at 2-1.
G2 versus 100 Thieves
by Falcons too.
will
like,
feed
the
families.
things that changed up compared to round 2. In round 2, I said they had all this utility with which to throw at the shield once they started hoping
No,
to
he
catch
definitely
someone
knows.
else.
He
That was a
definitely
real
knows.
cool idea
He
to
listed
start
2
things
teams
out.
that both
But then
didn't make
later
it.
in the round, time has been wasted
I'm
so
just farming it
aggressively.
because it's a good,
They just
it's a good
played
chat
very
for my
passively. They wait
video.
for the drop to come on through.
2-1 for Virtus Pro after that first quarter, and I think they're going to be pretty happy with that. It gives them a good opportunity, especially on the attack. Consular, you know, they're looking at a 4-2 half here before they get on the defense of their own map. I think they're going to be fairly satisfied with that. If you can come away with the 4-2. Last time, of course, Falcons were able to, you know, really make it difficult for them. It was nearly a 3-3 half, so we'll see whether they can do that again. Keep them under pressure.
Falcons go back top
we're
4.
Have
No
those
Goyo this
additional
time.
bans coming through.
They have
It's going to be
Valk.
Glaz and the Warden that are taken away. So pretty complimentary bans
Valk
coming out.
and Thorn.
So you're not
Oh yeah,
have to
third
worry
ban. I
about
need to always talk about the
costing
third ban
for
after this
smoke,
round.
but no,
I don't know why I always talk about it. Yeah, Warden take it away, Glass take it away with Falcons. Ying here big. Ying here big. I was gonna say like Falcons not playing the Warden
if you
here,
remember last time for this
but
attack,
it was banned.
Rorik
Ying's
was on
gonna
the
be
stance. It
a
was
threat
all
for
about
the
getting
entire
those
rest of the
line
game.
screens down to just
Ying
block those
Thatcher
lines
Nomad
down,
could actually be
create
a
little
yellow
opportunity to
plan,
get
yellow
the
window
block
plan.
down. Didn't
We haven't
really
seen one of those
work
in
out for them, to be
thousands
honest.
of
We
years.
saw the line
This
screens
is
deployed,
ancient,
we didn't really see
ancient
them in
consulate
action.
strategy
So
right
this
here.
time they've just
3
gone for
people
pure
on that window,
disruption of the
Nomad
chaos.
for the close swing. Thatcher's Ying's in, and Thatcher's to stop the C4 from they fly in. This would be a crazy take. They almost underneath to stop close swings.
Thatcher feels like a very easy one to kind of point at. And
I don't know if they're actually gonna go for that. They could go for that and then also like a fake plant, and metal instead. They are pressuring Advis up. That's one fundamental I love that VP do is they always pressure
something they've got in mind that might make things a
side.
little bit easier. For example,
Well, they always make the opponents have to guess like which take. It's not like clear from the rip what take they're going for. And I think that's a good thing that helps out their team identity because they are such like a do the same push for the entire round team. Like you don't want
So I think here it's definitely a game plan that Dan and the team have got in mind. Or does he think
Don't want that
capitalize
to
off
like
the
kind of
back
like
it? Well,
give
one or
away
two
your push
C4s
off of
already.
opening pressure.
No shields,
And now
of course, in the round.
everyone
It's
is
still a
on
changing
the
game plan from
windows.
Virtus Pro overall.
Here
They
comes
know
ancient
that the
strat,
Monsters
Chad,
really
ancient
haven't so far.
strat.
They've got to have
And there's
some
no
lead
smoke, no
to
Tachanka
make this
counter. There's
work.
typically
Here we go.
Chanka counters at Thatcher because he can't get Thatcher. Demon's come through, smokes him through.
I think the Candela.
Oh, that's a big whiff. Big whiff by Thatcher here, not catching that smoke. That's going to stall at the time.
They're watching for the nitro being thrown.
Oh, well, my bait's out the Thatcher. Is another smoke? Oh, he got the smoke grenade C4. Got him. The one my baited at one of them. They're replacing the planter. Another C4 kills Ying on the counter pressure.
There's the night they've tried to bait. This has all gone wrong for Virtus Pro. We'll break this
Good
down
smoke.
afterwards
Doesn't get caught by
as we
Thatcher,
focus
but it
on the
misses
action
actually. Wait a minute.
Guys, he's going to get a little bit of space.
Good
here.
sprint into the corner.
Manages to find the
That's a
kill
great
on
sprint into the corner
Tune,
by
but
Brune right there.
it's
I'm surprised
done
this
now.
guy didn't kill him though. How did he not like see him?
This is a tutorial of how not to pull off
Yeah,
this execute,
basically
by the way.
don't do this.
This has been an absolute car crash. Wow.
Yep.
I don't think it's a
So
car
he's-
crash per
I'd
se.
say
I think
nice
it's more
try,
so.
but not really.
I think the util stack was great. I think they threw a Wamai, they threw a C4, they threw a smoke. They had the right ideas. I think this was a fine. This was fine. I think Falcons just had the counterplay.
If the intention was to, I can only imagine it was. If the intention was to disable the nitro, that's one of the worst attempts that I've seen from a Thatcher at doing that. So he hits something to begin with, which I'm pretty sure was a Wamai magnet. There's then a second blast goes off. I don't know what. Because there's nothing on the little device screen for the Thatcher. And then when he can't blast the game because he's on cooldown, you literally watch the nitro come across his readout and he must just be saying, oh God. You know, because it's like an IQ scanner almost. It gives you that opportunity to see the electronics. And had he just waited for that, he gets the disable on it. Really, really poor overall from Virtus Pro on the attack there.
I don't think it was poor at all. I think Falcons
Surprised
just had a good response. They had a great response.
At some point, you know. He needs one of them moments, doesn't he? He needs a Jude Bellingham moment. That's what we're all waiting for. Maybe it is yet to come. Of course, didn't have the greatest one against Pasha early on in the attempted spawn. Pete was looking for something here just a second ago, but given absolutely nothing by Virtus Pro, unfortunately. Dan, being chased around now, ringed around the roses. Here we go. We'll play this dance all day long. Oh, and he finds you first, I'm afraid. That's unlucky.
Wow.
Fett manages to take him down. That's going to be
Rubbing
the
his
switch
face in
off.
windows
No
now.
worrying about those
They found the
pesky
fucking
shock
momentum.
drones. A little bit of damage done to Pasha as well. And Virtus Pro again does just seem to be crumbling a little bit. They've just really gone off the boil. That last round seems to have shaken them. No surprises because there was a lot of mistakes in it. But you got to be able to just give your head a wobble and move on. You know, get on with it. Get it out of your mind. But right now it seems to still be impacting on them. Dan just running out from behind cover with no idea what was in front of him. You can see the EMP will come in.
Oh,
there,
there's Vert to shoot the
they're
Hibana
aware
pellets
the
off
player
of the
above, and he
hatch.
just shoots all
This is rough.
pellets.
EFAC is actually running
Big
circles around these
mistakes.
guys. And he gets another kill.
Yeah, Dara.
And he stops the hatch from being open again. He spawn peeks a guy, gets another kill, stops the hatch from getting open from Visa door. EFAC by himself up top is just creating hell for these guys. They have to clear him out at some point. They have a Deimos track and they have the guy scanned. Salta's already doubled up with him just in case they go for the clear on him. Now they target him. Now they target the Solus.
Not even on gun skill alone.
EFAC just running circles, genuinely.
A bit of intuition himself on show. Pasha gets one back, but how long can we rely on heroics from one player, Tim? I don't know. There's a lot to ask.
Not very long.
Ray Day
against a
guns
team
firing
like
as well.
Falcons, realistically, because that's
Warwick
what's
just
gonna
leans back
happen.
in his
Ray
chair,
Day picks
scratching
up
his head,
Pasha,
bro.
And there's your hero.
Rough days.
Warwick just moving back. They didn't even get the hatch open. I think they lost at least. It was at least 6x Kairos pellets.
It is an EFAC era.
And
honest to God, man, like I mean,
gone as well. Easy round for Falcons.
It's so refreshing and honestly relieving to see these players that you'd expect to kind of dominate their games. Kind of like
the one thing that's going to be in their
have
mind
that,
is
you know, because EFAC bottom rated in the stage. Everyone was criticizing Bride. Solotov was not putting the numbers. June was actually the best performer, the replacement for SHAIIKO. This is expected. June is fucking disgusting.
Sure. Well, without him, they also had a little chat, and they thought, you know what? It feels like a good time to get back on the Monty. Why not? How can things possibly go any worse? Because they had themselves in a good spot where they, of course, got the 2-round wins in that first quarter playing the Monty exclusively. I don't blame them at all for leaning back in towards it. On the other side, though, they've gone towards even more denial. Still got a couple of C4s to play behind. Now they've got the Goyo and the smoke to stack up behind. That is a lot of delay that they can put on towards the Monty. So again, we go back towards trying to slow around down here and punish Virtus Pro early on.
Nitro comes out. It's going to do a little bit of damage.
Yellow
This
take
is
for
something they've
VP.
done really well. I've commented.
They can convert this into
you know,
a side
partly
hit
on
quite
Nako's
easily. There's no one in
positioning,
sight
there's been a
here
little bit
for
advanced of his
Falcons.
team, a little bit
Everyone's up
aggressive
top.
Sometimes I feel on that
And
Monty's
Solus is
put
not
himself
near
in
side,
bad
so if they
spots.
go for a
The
plant
last
here, it
couple
wouldn't
of
be
times
bad,
we've
especially
seen
with
him play
Warded Man. They
he's
can go for a
actually
smoke
not
plant.
done that. He's been a little bit more reserved. He's got more value out of the shield.
Also gonna hop in a
which
sight
does
here with
just
that. I think he
constantly
knows
take
side
the
is clear.
damage.
Nako
It's
should
something
like
that
run down
Falcons do
here.
really well. And Nitro here.
Oh, never mind. The guy just already took side. They
all
lost
of a
our
sudden
gap,
he's
I
half
feel like.
health and in a little bit of trouble.
Oh, they killed the guy
Second
inside. I mean, they
goes
should
out,
go
and it's
sight here, I
the
feel like.
chip damage done. Pasha
They want to go for
manages to
top
find the
floor.
kill onto
I think that's a
Uzi.
blunder.
Uzi's there
They had
with
a.
one
Ooh,
on
yep,
the
yep, yep,
side,
yo.
and now they're
How
just
many?
starting to
Ima,
pull
how
it
many?
on.
Sama
They've gotta
Oh,
be
you
able
fucking
to
name,
find
yeah.
the kill.
But yeah.
He's just screaming for a bit of help from
What the
Solotov there.
fuck?
It does come. Solotov had to
What's
wait
happening?
for his moment.
Those guys
Users
gonna come yellow
finishes
skylight,
him
get a
off. They
freebie.
know there's one
They're flooding top
outside
still.
the bathroom as well.
I think Rorik's trolled a little bit there. Not gonna lie. He's
Yeah,
been
Skylight
very
gets a
merrily marching
freebie.
his way on fours while his monster's been getting absolutely bullied. Nako must have been screaming there. Two players pushing in
Brady
towards
drops
him,
down.
and no support coming in
Solotov
from his
also
team.
still
He's
top
been
four.
followed
Gets
a
one.
little
Does he
bit.
fall off?
And
He
I
has
was
to
gonna
fall
say,
off
at
here,
least they
surely.
managed to get things into a 3 versus 2, but now thanks to Solotov, we're
Oh,
into a 2
not
versus
having
2.
the chance to fall
Dan
off here.
dropping it down to 1. Brede. Time to clutch up big, my friend. Probably time to get that
Oh my
shotgun
god, if
out.
Brady
and look to
clutches
cause
this, it'll just be like the
spot
old
damage
times,
here.
bro.
Diffuser upstairs, likely going to be recovered in just a second. Which now means there is
Running
30
down bench, they're gonna be
seconds and
seeing.
Brede on the clock to make this
Mr.
happen.
Drode.
I think Solotov just overstays his welcome a little bit
Oh,
there. He
just
gets
wide
one
it, I
kill,
guess. What the
doesn't
fuck?
drop the hatch that's right next to him. And
I feel like
so
side
he
hit
just
was
gets
first for so
pre-fired
long
off
for
the-
VP. I
off
feel like
the
that was
round,
not a good
really.
call.
And then leaves
Like the
his-
guy drone
leaves
outside
his
being
man
clear.
Brede
You have
in a
Ying,
1v2,
you have
can't
Smokes.
finish it off.
Warded is
So
banned.
we have a
Oh, surely.
3-3, and that
But
might
you get all your
actually,
content
as
doing
you
good.
said
You do
before,
video
Des, just be
breaking
a
down
really
GG's BO3
important round
losses.
for VP.
What went wrong and what could be fixed?
And
I
now
have like a
as long as
debate
there's
video
one,
with
it wouldn't
Richie,
be,
but
but
like
a
he's been
3-3
busy as
half
fuck,
feels
so I've been
pretty
able to
balanced, guys,
schedule it
over
with
the
his
desk.
other
Elements,
podcast W and
Denari
Rich where they
lasers,
give
like
you the actual coach
shields,
breakdown
all
on
of
two
that
BO3s
comes
would
so
actually
strong. Even
feed.
Barboya, Freitas got rid of,
Maybe.
will give the attack
Maybe.
royal
I mean,
feel like
Budega's already been making that
Let's be
kind of
honest, Virtus Pro
content,
got quite some
but I mean, I
rounds
could
on attack on the
I
board.
guess I
Now
could
for
do
them
it.
to finish off on the better side on their map pick.
I feel like it would be like too long of a video to improve Zach's back in the USA. They could use great practice into EWC in Paris. I agree. But I think it's just, you want to prevent burnout, right? Like, you just lost. You want to have like at least a couple weeks of vacation before the teams start flying in. All the teams internationally haven't started flying in. Once they do come in, it'll be good to scrim. Richie, Yardi debate win.
Yeah, if you look at Falcons and their attacking win rate,
there just needs to be good, like a good
they're at
topic we
50%,
disagree
and that's
about.
across 26 rounds. It's a
Like, I feel
really
like
decent number of
the
rounds.
Canadian
Just
thing
been
is
hit
like would be the
straight
only
off the
thing.
rip with a nitro.
But like
That's
we've already
your
talked
hard
about
breach
it
gone
like
as
on our
well.
own
That's the
time.
Selma charges. You've
So we
basically
kind of
got
like
no other
used
hard
all
breach
our
on side.
arguments
So
of not
things
gonna fucking
the
like
closet wall
stage
are gonna
that for you
stay
guys.
closed. Big problems for Falcons.
The question now really is if Virtus Pro realise who they've
But also,
killed,
like,
because if they have, then
chat,
like you say, you can start playing in that spot far more comfortably
The
than you did
difference
before.
between Yardi and
Just making
I
sure
mean,
that
I
no
guess this is
crazy
kind of
reinforcements
unfair.
coming
This is
out
like
onto
me
the next
ulting.
floor as well. Charge just sprint out there,
Denari,
make sure Yellow
Ella,
stays close. It will be absolute
and
car crash
Montaigne,
territory.
Snakeband.
But for now,
Yardi's my
the
friend.
at
The
least
difference
decide
between
where they
Yardi and
need
I
to.
is that I know how to build a winning
Now we'll
team.
try and force everyone out who's inside a bathroom, of which there is currently no one, but of course we'll chew through utility at the same time. You've seen the first of those 20 Shumakers in Nako's back pocket come firing out towards top yellow.
Moss going to be working underneath, just waiting for the scan to be activated. We see a couple of people getting pinged out by those Grim Bees as well, so absolute ton of utility being
Hello, take
used
here for
by
Falcons.
at the minute to gather that intel. Virtus Pro just having to soak this up, but I like the timing of that Toxic Babe canister. Goes out, recognises, look, we've got Grim Bees in here, we've got Deimos Trap
I
coming
think,
in.
chat,
This
like,
could be a
listen,
point
bro,
where they
Yardi's
try
my
to
friend.
push forward, so out
Yardi's
go
done a lot for me.
the Toxic Babe canisters.
I'm not
just
gonna do
try
anything to
and
attack
slow that
Yardi's
down. They're completely unaware of
character.
Rorik in his rat spot, and he manages to get one.
But, like,
on another. Brede does some
there's
damage,
like
but
all the
it's probably
players
all over for
I hype up
Falcons now.
usually
Users
go on
left
to
in
win
a
events, and then all the
1v4
players he
diffuser
hypes
down,
up
58 seconds
usually
on the
go on
clock
to
drops.
do
It's going to be
not winning
challenged
events.
immediately on this corner. Can't find the kill. Skies gets his
So, like,
man, and that's going to be Virtus
I
Pro
think
taking
I
their
think it's
first
just like
defense.
obviously we see different
That is
qualities
not
in
what
different
Falcons
players,
wanted
but
to
the
see. It's 4-3.
when I was a coach and when he was a coach, like the
Right,
team
really
I was able to
abused the
build
fact that
versus the
shoot
team he
through
was
so
able to
many
build, you know, like I think I'm just
back into the
able,
games, of
I
course,
think
you
like
guys
the
see
quality
the
as he
camera
sees in
views
players are a
sometimes
lot
get
more
throughout
like
these
surface
games
level,
as
like
well.
what a fan
I
would,
think
you know,
it's
and it's
more
good
time to
commentary,
see
like
it.
it's great
Never really
content,
thought,
it's
oh,
great
wow, we're getting
content,
absolutely battered on that,
you know?
because it was really
Like
good
he
from Virtus
sees
Pro.
the game how a
Really good
fan
solid
would see the
start.
game, like, oh, this
As I
guy's
said,
going
with his being there
negative,
on
he
that
must
pick,
be
he probably would
shit.
favour them to be able to run away and
Get
get
this
this
guy
one
off the
done
fucking team.
and take us into
You know, like that's like the way a
Yeah, I
fan would
think
see the game, so it's easier
at
for like
this
the
point,
average fan to
everybody wants to
digest.
see
This
it.
guy's a guy that argued with me that Yardi wouldn't would get
So
mad
yeah,
at
that
me
was a
for
big one. I'm a
showing
big
his
golf fan,
DMs
so
in that
was
video.
actually that
I
enjoyed.
messaged him on the day. Yo, Yardi, do you care if I show a little bit of our Canadian debate in our DMs? Obviously nothing bad. Yeah, dude, I don't care. You guys gotta talk for Yardi. W guy, he doesn't have VIP. I would VIP you if I had VIP slots left in my channel. I just don't have VIP slots.
Gonna get decided a lot
Social,
sooner.
that's
So,
why. Hey, W Rexon.
4-3, it
Wait,
stands Virtus
LP
Pro
check
damage
in
done to
game.
Ram, trying to get aggressive
Live.
into
This
yellow
guy,
there.
oh, 1,000 LP. I mean, come on. Come on, Rexon,
Finds
come
a
on.
few shots from outside of the yellow dot. I tell you what, the infinite range on Twitch now makes it really tough to defend mirrors, doesn't
gonna
it?
win,
If
holy
you can get
shit.
a nice long angle there, shooting all the way through from that
W
back
Grandmaster,
corridor,
Bro can't believe it's
straight
something
through
nice.
to the
Appreciate
front
it.
of cafeteria.
Okay, back to the
Very
breakdown.
difficult to
I
prevent
got a lot
that.
of
You really
feedback
need
that
to
I get
play
rage
kind
baited
of
too much
body
in this
blocking
chat, and
it
I
to
need to
force
like
that
actually
Twitch
focus on the
strong to
games
get
before
in a
the
little
game.
bit
So I'm
closer.
taking
But
feedback,
that's
and I'm
actually a
listening.
big loss
I'm
for
listening and I'm
utility
learning.
for Virtus Pro.
Tube Cade,
I really enjoyed
Walden
the
out for
changes
front
that
wall.
have gone over the years from
Patcher, Hibana for
firing
Falcons.
these
Looks like they
little,
want to go for more of a
string
room
bullets at
clear.
people,
Yeah.
not being able to aim above
Not
a certain level, so
jumping.
you couldn't shoot default cams. You can't.
They're going for backside pressure now.
He's got
Never
a
mind,
long
split
ways.
take.
He's really got some power patching to them drones now. They can both
K-tricking it,
jump,
not
they can
K-tricking
fire
it. No
infinite
C4 to the drone
lasers.
hole.
Just got a little, like,
No
nuclear
C4 from the
reactions.
window.
Some of them bad boys is what I will say. But either way, last time around we saw her being picked up earlier on in this game, it was very much a bait, if you remember. Killed the shot drone, comes off it, and then Dan just gets domed by leaking back immediately after. It was horrible. So,
VPR bunkered up. I don't know if anyone's still up top. Pasha's all the way up in secretary. Pasha's all the way second floor, so it could potentially be a big late round flank here from Pasha.
Super ideal, but they are getting the feel of what's going on downstairs. A lot of utility to worry about in the form of the jammers, in the form of the Kai Electro Claws, the mirrors. Lots of things that Falcons have got to worry about.
I'm not sure. I could be wrong in saying this because I'm not like a big lore expert for Siege. I know a decent amount, but I'm not like completely mad into it. But I'm sure, is it not Mirror that actually improved and did like the engineering on the Twitch fronts? Like, Mirror, what are you doing to yourself? Like, why have you done that? You've just given them the answers.
You know what, just a real team player. Doesn't mind losing as long as
Yeah.
someone else gets to have a good time.
That's why I've always liked Mirror. That's why I've always liked Mirror. So
Do you feel a bit in Mirror inside, do you too?
it's just a kindred spirit. Kill comes in. It's going to be Twitch. It's Leaker back picking up Mirror. What are the chances? Rorik gets taken down. You know,
I didn't even know front bridge was open. I'm gonna be real with you. This is a huge wall to get. This is like the defining wall to get. They have enough Thatchers to keep that wall, like, the Thatcher disabled though for the entire time. Oh, big flank from Pasha. Here it comes. This is the actuation on the flank. This guy's in sight though. Pasha has to go fast. His flank just got basically negated by the fact that Falcons just hit.
Solitov with the answer. There's the trade. 3 versus 2. 10 seconds
case,
left
though.
to go.
It's going
Falcons,
down.
They need to make a move. They need to get it done.
Brent by.
Diffuser down.
Holy
Pasha's
shit.
trying to fight his way back in. Down was down but not out. 3 halves.
Hot take, the best 3 teams are all in an A. I could agree with
But I
that.
think if we've got Virtus
I could agree
Pro
with that.
on yeah, it's going to be a tough one. And given that Falcons were the sort, I'd expect Virtus Pro to. This is not confirmation, but I would expect them to be on the defense because it's their map pick, so they will have chose the starting side for overtime, and I'd have thought that they would take the defensive side. So let's see how it shakes down. 4-4 Falcons may need to get this one
FaZe is
done in
NA,
the
so
next few rounds. They might need to find that magic 7 scoreline before Virtus Pro can get on to 6.
Like, I think
Could
M80
be
just
a
like
real tough
disgusting.
ask
Like,
in
I don't know.
overtime. Straight away, Solitov up onto
But then again, like, Brazil could be cooking something up. I haven't watched Brazil. I'm not familiar. I will say, I just EU does not look.
Give him an opportunity there. Though.
Nah, certainly shouldn't.
I feel like a lot of like EU's gameplay is just people making like really large blunders in terms of giving their life away. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the meta is supposed to be like that. Rosade's
The
like
lineup
something
itself
bad.
from Falcons is very much focused on.
Because I think with the G2 being another run, like I understand G2 like fucked in playoffs and that's their fault.
More aimed towards the Warden and the
But I feel like G2 had the best like
honestly,
international
there wasn't
potential in terms of being
room for
on form,
execute
but
to go
they're
on
obviously their
through
map
from
pool
everybody
was clearly not
else.
good
To
enough.
make sure they're kept at bay. No doubt the calls come in to be able to suppress either the Warden.
I'm going for
or
yellow
Thatcher at the
take.
same time.
Thatcher to get the
Maybe even
trap
Solus as well would be an
or the
option for them.
entry. Potentially
Just
also
more
the
being
Thatcher
aware
out
of
the
trap
clash when they
operators
countered
early
the
on that
push.
could quite literally catch
If
them in the
Thatcher,
trap
they have
as well as he finished off.
Ying, they have
That I think we need to
Blackbeard.
see the defenders be
I
able to
don't
practice
think they're
be
gonna go
careful
for a
of.
window plant play though.
Got Thatcher up on the roof. Just
What's the entry here?
picking up anything he can, really. It was a default cam, I think. Oh, just got
Missed a yank.
there. That's not ideal.
It might be just faking it out here. No, they're going for sight potentially. I'm so confused. They're like just flying around the map, it looks like.
Seems to have a little bit of a rough night of it tonight. It seems
Isn't he
to
just,
be,
yeah.
Yeah, it just seems to be one thing after another.
June's just distracting him on top of the rest of the teammates. Go for like sight hit or something, I think is what it is.
Will go into bathroom.
Does he run down yellow here is the big question. And they're just going to keep faking pressure over and over and over again. Nothing.
Back of it.
Nothing happening.
Piano attack.
They don't call the psych player.
That top floor control, but
They have pressure in.
honestly, still don't have
Virtus
any
Pro need a power or
pressure
something, I feel like.
there.
They
You've
have
got
two
Echo
ISO
there,
picks on
you've
top
got
when they need
Skies
power.
there,
Retake
four
Vert, go for
still
plant.
above.
Or
Lot
like
of work,
play for
a lot
plant
of
denial.
utility, a lot of time from Falcons, but not a lot of progress.
They've tried to make a move with things like, you know, a call coming out. We've had a Candela go on through. We've had all kinds of pressure.
We're calling
A lot
Solus.
of the Grim Bees coming out too.
Legion
but
and
they've
Clash
kind
and
of said,
Sight.
"No, we don't need to
They could
leave. We've
flip
got a
back
Clash
up here to go for a top
guys.
hit here up
This
yellow.
won't bother us. They've also,
If they
of course,
figure
got
out
the
that there's
wall to play
everyone
behind.
down, we're a
You're gonna have
huge
to really
flank.
come in and fight us
It
all
just depends on
risk,
timing.
trying to
It's
make
literally
things
all
happen on
timing.
site itself. And
It is
Dan
in.
is the one
Big Frank
very able to
Warwick.
defend, and there comes the flank coming on
And that's going to
through.
sandwich out the
Warwick
players
can
coming
get
through
him
bench
back.
side.
One kill goes his way. A second to Pasha. Brede trades at least one back. Dan is still here. Surely they know now that
They gotta do the fucking forest tech here. Oh, never mind, get shit on.
Damage, and Dan's a little bit better in the moment. Pasha good for another. Skies to close out. Virtus Pro, they hold their ground and give nothing to Falcons, and they go up 5-4.
Is that EU has not performed well recently at a LAN because EU is very top heavy. In a way, I don't think like usually regions are top heavy, but it's more like if the practice that you have every day is lower quality, then you're not going to be able to. You have to do all the catching up during the boot camp, and so it puts like a lot of added pressure. Like I think it is possible, right? Like when a lot of regions like stun the rest of the world, they're typically not the best regions in the world. It's usually like the teams that are best able to learn the most during their respective boot camps, you know. So that's what I'm saying, but it does put you in a worse starting position, I will say. That's why all the APAC teams struggle, right? Because like they play just like very low quality, low level Siege, and then they come over internationally, and all of a sudden like the game's just different. APAC, no, like Asia Pacific. I should start saying APL though. Ooh, wait, Amaru. Could potentially be a fast plant here. Nomad Grim, Ying, Striker, Amaru. I have no idea what their take could be. Usually use the Amaru to fake out like the plant on CEO window. They could also Ying through like kind of metal right here on this after you know dumping util here, and they go for a plant over here. Chanka, Smoke, and Goyo to stop the plant. So a lot of util they have to fucking burn through with the striker here. Or it could potentially be one of those pushes where like Amaru's just an entry in through yellow side, and they're actually collapsing from like pro window and stuff. They do spawn heavily admin side though.
They can still play to slow things down here, and Falcons have still got a lot of utility. They've got to work their way through if they have any hope of winning this round.
I'll tell you, just outside of this match for a very quick second, but still very relevant. I'm loving how competitive EML is, and I'm judging that on the basis that we've had 5 matches played in playoffs so far, not including this one. I'm just thinking about the likelihood of this one going to Lair, and that's what's brought this to mind, because it'll be going to a 3rd map. Out of those 5 games, only one of them has been 2-0, and that was GK beating Rebels. Otherwise, everything has gone to 3 maps, and that just screams at the depth and quality that there is inside of EML, especially with teams like G2 dropping to the lower bracket, and it's still being, I mean, they lost theirs, but it's still being 3 map matches, you know, down in that 5th place this side between G2 and Rebels. 3 mapper again. Just, yeah, so much quality.
Okay. Let's see how long this game plays out for now.
There are 5 reinforcements over here to play for the C4 strat.
Electrification on those walls, everything reinforced off.
Looks like they want to go for the admin over, and then the Armor is going to counter pressure. D4 does not catch a repellent. It's going to bait out by Ying.
They can toss over the frag grenades, and yes, they've got the
They're trying to bounce a nade on this guy while they go for the repellent. That forces him to move, I think, and move into the cut. Nope. He's still good in here. Rorik is still good in his little break room like layer.
They won't be able to open that wall. They're going to have to fight their way through. Virtus Pro could make this really hard for them.
Yeah, the defenders do need to be careful here, though.
Oh, they're reaching as well. Rorik has to leave now. Gets cut off. Good clear by Falcons.
They've been cut off. That's what I was saying.
No Azami for there gives that reason. Usually have an Azami to block up the door or somewhere close. No Azami.
It's really good teamwork.
Rough days for Rorik.
Coming in. They've dealt with that.
Frost is going to be the... I'm very interested to see why Frost instead of Azami, actually. Maybe they thought they'd rely on the hop-in, window hop-in entries.
Is that going to prove to be too costly? Solotov seeing his
Solotov
opportunity,
I don't know.
but just looking
like
at
he
the
did not need to keep ego challenging that.
The repeat and finds his man 4 versus 4.
Big time waste trap. Efect going for the counter trap. This is going to be a big gap here. Do they know? Do they know? The guy does know. Oh, but he wins it. He wins the gunfight against Pasha. Player stuck in pro. EFAC not going to win against guys, but they kill the guy in pro. They kill the guy in pro. No, they don't kill the guy in pro. Does the smoke hit? Good util usage, VP. Good usage. But the players are stuck in bad spots now. 20 seconds left. If they wrap around, Brood checker side. This is not bad for Falcons.
This is where utility starts to come into its own. They can waste a hell of a lot of time.
Yeah, they're just going to have to look for the kills here, realistically.
Nice.
Look how low.
Oh, 1v1.
It's going to be up to June. We said, no, it's users, sorry, last left alive. SHAIIKO has 4
kill,
more
I think.
SHAIIKO canisters, and they would do
No
the
fake
job,
plant.
but he's ready for the fight.
Gonna fake it. Oh.
Spamming
it. Match point, VP. I feel like that 2v1, once they kill the smoke, I feel like they should have just planted and baited the planter. And then if the Chonka shoots a fire at the right spot, then you sprint at the guy with the pistol. I think the first guy who chowed the Chonka and pro got a little bit too hasty here. This is a big play from EFAC too. I think right here, he should have just stayed in the corner for a bit. Not peeked at the guy in rug or flag. And then right here, they kill the smoke and then just tuck up. Doom tucks up right here. Uses backs at the whiteboard, plants whiteboard. Chonka can't race there.
And Echo always makes me curious. Because so many times you'll see it picked up, and I say this a lot about a number of operators, whether it's a Scottpass, an Oryx, an Echo here. We all kind of see that high fantasy of an operator of like, wow, they pull off an incredible clutch. An Oryx hops up through a hatch. Scottpass pulls off a
good value
Marto
there from
play.
Dan.
Or an Echo, of course, interrupts the plan
No
while
entry
we're there.
potential through that fucking wall.
On the clock. It's also about the information that you get from bringing along the
They
Echo.
use the
like,
Monte to
yes,
block
you
off
can see
people
those
from...
drones
Oh, never
out
mind.
there.
This is going for the entry with it.
Visible, like they used to be.
The blitz, actually. I was going to say they're going to shoot the block off the fucking bottom, open the bottom wall. Just go for entries. Super fast take. Where? Oh, they have Vert?
You can see one of them is even upstairs. They know
They can
what's
flow
happening
sight, though. They can
upstairs
flow
without
sight,
even
though, I feel
playing
like.
it. They're
Sight hit would not
downstairs
be
right
that
now
bad
on
of a
the
play
site
here.
itself, but it lets them know who is pushing where and what's
Honestly,
going
God,
on.
fuck it. Walk down
Yeah,
S1,
it
bro.
feels like Falcons might have missed that man on the top floor. Rorik getting himself a real easy one, and he's going to stay up there. Falcons have got a decision to make. Do they ignore him?
Don't call the Goyo, they're
chase
hunting him,
down?
though.
The call is going to go in,
Oh, he's
but
on
it
a
ain't
mute
gonna
jammer.
work
He's on a
'cause
mute jammer. He's on a mute
stood
jammer.
a mute jammer. It does.
I think
block
they
it
they
if
should
it
pressure
is at
sight. Like, I don't
the
see a
point
reason why it
of
wouldn't be
the
a
call
be a bad play.
coming through.
They're going for
That
the
is
hunt on
still
the Goyo
case.
instead.
And if you step
They
into
really
it
want
after
this
the
pick.
call
Is someone
starts,
holding their
then
cut, though?
it
No
won't.
one's holding the cut, I feel
Rorik
like.
could kind of
No one's
predicted
on
that. He
yellow
was
skylight.
one
No
step
one's
ahead.
actually holding the
He
cut
gets
down
to
yellow
keep his
stairs.
phone and he gets
Doom,
to
I guess,
stay
is the
on
only
track.
one.
For now, at least,
But he has a
because
1 with Doom.
we will see that track come on through, and he's just going to ignore it and let his phone detonate. Oh no!
Oh, they know he's there. Do they know he's there? They saw his gun. They saw his gun. They saw his gun. He's running down.
In time.
Rorik, massive value, Rorik. Literally massive value. He wasted so much time by being alive solo up top.
You don't mind losing the Goyo in this spot. His gadgetry is already all deployed. He can happily go and sit on cams now. And the rest of you are still got to face off in a 3 versus 3 where Virtus Pro looking like a far stronger team. A C4 to play behind and
Smokes,
those
2
Yokai
smokes.
cams. Still a lot for Falcons to get
2
done here with
smokes.
those smokes.
They need to find the echo
single
cams.
Candela that remains
They
in
could
pocket.
go for a cheeky plan by blocking off the long nozzle smokes and then going for a hatch drop or breach.
3 versus 3.
This is doable. This is heavily doable. 2 smokes, 1 ying. This is heavily doable.
Workable breach in this front side yet. Leakback's going to look to change that.
Oh,
There's
just
the
saw a player in
multiple
kitch.
targets to worry about through that mirror window, but they're not going to try to disrupt that breaching at
C4,
all.
C4's
15
ripped.
seconds left to go. Falcons absolutely
Oh, but
scrambling
too
right
deep of
now,
a sprint, maybe?
but into the line of sight.
No
of
plant
Dangos. One
trap for
goes,
them.
2.
They want to go for
Solotov
flood instead of
manages to
plant.
get the trade. 1v2.
I think that's
Guys
twice in a
picks
row
him
that I
up,
feel like the
and that is gonna
plant
be
Encon
Virtus
would have
Pro
been much
taking
better
map
than
2.
kill. They play kill every single time. I feel like they could have just like sat and wait. They sat and played for plant there. I don't know. I felt like plant was the very much easily the best option there. We're going map 3, boys. We're going map 3, bro.
On the other side,
One layer between motherfucker.
It's again one of the operators that, like I said, back on Consulate.
I actually don't know
Taken away from
who
Falcons.
would be
It's one of their
stronger here.
go-tos. So I think here just realising, okay, you know,
These
that's
two
kind of annoying.
did not play layer.
Let's just see it gone on layer.
against Falcons. Falcons
Lair.
got fucked by
Lair.
VP on layer last time they
For the
met.
whole map, and you call it lair,
This
I'll call
is
it
going
lair.
to be rough
That's not going to last more than
for
a minute.
Falcons, especially if they can't
Right.
pull something
In we
out
go.
here on their
It's the
layer.
top floor,
VP,
and
one of their
Breeder
favorite
has had
maps.
his
They love
Monty
playing this
taken
shit.
away, but the
Double wall denial
Blackbeard
ban from
will
Falcons.
remain,
Vertical
so
ban
he's
the
gonna
Montaigne
bring
and the
it
Grim. I have to
immediately.
go.
Solitov on
I hope
the
this game goes
hit.
fast. Honest to
It's gonna
God,
be a
either
very
way, I
open
hope whoever's
basketball,
winning just goes
which
fast because I have to go to a
is
vet
gonna be
appointment
the
at
immediate
like 40
approach.
minutes.
And then it's
So.
going to be getting control of Ops.
My cat
Line of sight
jumped
across
out of my
Resident,
arms last night
open up the external,
and got his leg
But you
stuck
just-
in like the
big
drawer
miss there.
handle.
Two
and,
impact
like,
nades
twisted his
wasted
leg and-
effectively.
Granted,
not
like
taking
he
the
seems
Selma
like
off the
honestly
wall.
pretty fine besides like a very, very slight
Yeah.
limp, but I'm
I mean,
still
it wouldn't
worried.
have been the end of the
Like
world,
that
but
shit
you could have
bent
at
pretty
least slowed
far. I
things
can't
down.
lie.
They
I'm
wouldn't
very,
have
very
been
scared.
I've only used the one Selma.
I feel like
He sort of
shit.
has two more of which to use. It does limit where else it can be used because now if he wants to, he can rotate.
I
around
hope
to
the
ops
cat's
and make
okay.
use
I
of
mean,
it
he
once,
seems
get
fine.
open
He's
the
like
ball
running.
that you
Like
just saw
he
a
even
second
played with
ago.
his sister
On
last
towards
night.
Mez itself being
Fucking
removed and blown
ate his
open.
food,
And then
ran
also the
around,
full plant spot going in towards site itself
walked
on the other side
pretty
of the map.
well.
So it was
Not
the
like
right
unable
idea
to.
from
He's
Dan
able to
try and
bear
block
load
it
on the leg.
away,
It's just a
although
little
again,
tiny
At
limp.
least they managed to get the main ball open up
Leave
with
the
what they were
sub,
starting
default,
with.
leave the sub.
Now they can
Appreciate you,
focus
man.
on the rest.
So Ops wall comes next. That's going to give the line of sight down.
Very scary, very
Take out
scary.
default cam. Just going to mean that the defenders have
I feel like
got
a
to
piece
be
of
a
shit,
little bit
like-
more careful about where they move, where they rotate. Particularly back towards site, they're going to have to go back past bathroom and around.
At least you'll piece him out with the vet.
display
Hopefully just a
instead.
strain. Yeah, I hope it's just a
That's
strain
gonna
too.
give the Falcons the opportunity. The third and final Selma charge needs to go on the other mask wall, the one opposite the external breach that they've already done, and that gives access into that default plant spot.
Looking for
So,
Skybridge take here,
little bit of
Falcons.
pressure coming on
Nade
that
to pop
far
the
side as
Goyo.
well now
It's gonna be a lot of
for
time
Breeders.
waster,
He moves
especially with the
across
Chonka
Skybridge.
and the
I like
smoke.
this from Falcons, just trying to
I don't
stretch
think
Virtus Pro, trying to
it's
make
gonna be
it
the
difficult
Deimos
for them
underneath to be able
on
to clear out the
multiple
player
fronts.
close
Dan
here,
and
shooting the
Pasha
Chonka fires and
suffered
stuff.
some
So
chip damage along the way.
and Deimos is in bunks, ready to track the either the Goyo or the Chonka, one or the other.
Instead of rotating over towards the top side to join up with Breed Ace and get control of that side of the map together.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, that's unfortunate. That
Okay.
is very unfortunate. Friendly on friendly, fire on fire.
Good Deimos
Not
play. There it
ideal.
is.
Now
I
that's
think he
like
did.
back underneath, also
Did he
still
track
fishing
the
above,
Goyo?
and we'll
I mean,
get
either way,
rid
it's
of
huge
the
value
first
here. And they
one,
flip
Pasha.
all the way
Not the end
around.
of the world, to lose the player, yes, the operator, no. In
They
Sky's
flipped
case,
the push even
the
after
operator's
all
the
that.
problem.
Blackbeard goes down though. You gotta
quick
look
enough
down
here
with their
to
shield
beat
for that
exposed,
particular
and
reason.
That's going to allow Dan to escape. I was going to say I expect him to be the next track.
They
He
have
was
to
in
track the
behind
day or
best
the
in that power spot for the defenders, so it was Linkafac's job to try and
kill
get in
Chastex
there
player, that's the
and
next
get
step.
it
Now they
cleared
have to
out,
track
which
the
they
Chonka.
do. Manages
Or
to
do they
find
just
the
flood
kill
deep?
as
They have the
well.
ban cap to flood deep. They have to
4
flood deep here.
access to the plant spot. It
D4,
all
that's
comes
good for
down
VP,
to
I think.
Tachanka,
Gets
but
2. And last players from underneath. Huge win con play from VP there.
That's certainly a way to turn
They
it
had to
around.
flood deep. They had to flood deep here. Yeah, they really
That
couldn't play
really
for the
finished
plant.
what I was- at
It
least
was actually
Rorick
just
in
a
a
perfect
1v2.
setup.
You
Perfect
know,
setup for
it's very,
Falcons.
very
Oh
difficult
my god,
now
Nick
if
was
he's
fucking
gonna
saying
put
some
the
shit to
gun
his team.
away, so
You have a
back towards you.
4v2.
Great stuff. from
Chonka's
Virtus
up. You
Pro
have to
hold
flood
up.
deep. You
There has
cannot
been a
play
lot
to
of
just
D4
sit there and let
kills
the
throughout
plant
this game,
happen.
and I think probably even more
I
than
think
that,
that
the
would be like the
count of rounds
next.
that have come
If
down
I
to
were
the pot
coaching
being
Falcons, that would be the
dangerously low,
next
the final
goal,
kill
like we
coming
do as a team,
at a
because
spot where it's just
a lot of
hard to
times
make
this match,
such a
especially on
careful
last
decide
map
when
like
at times
console,
players
right?
make
Win
any
to plant
adjustments.
and actually
If they lose
play
player there, the round
to
is
just
over
cover
and
the
done,
plant, and
Virtus
win
Pro
to
have done
actually
that.
aggress with the plant and win to just play kill.
Falcons doing things
It's like
brilliantly well
you have
because
to
honestly,
pick
a lot
and
of it
choose
came
the
down to
moments you
Linkafak.
do
He had
that.
those 2 kills from downstairs, getting Skies to begin with, and then collecting Dan after he managed to get rid of
And it
Breed
seems
A.
like they
So
don't
a
know
lot
which
around,
one to
very
choose. It
much
seems
so
like
that
when
fell
they
on the shoulders
when
of
they
Linkafak
have the
himself.
ability to
Yes,
actually
Stu
bait
managed
the
to get himself a
planner
single kill as well,
and play to hold for a
but
plant, they
as
don't
we
do
saw,
it.
that
But
they
then when
charged
they
around
when they
and
when
sort
they
of
don't
override.
have that option, when
So
they
not
have
bad
to
from
flood
Falcons,
through
they played it
because
well.
the enemy has a
Just
bunch of win cons like
came
Jonka and
against
stuff,
Virtus Pro with not
then
enough
they
time
do
on the
do
clock to
it.
be able to adapt
You know,
once
so
those
it's
2 or 3 kill. Flurry came
well,
through
again,
towards
it's just
the
that
back
the
end
pressure to
of it.
make
1-0
those
Virtus
decisions in
Pro
the moment is
on
really
a
hard.
layer.
That's why you just have to train it into like
Yeah, I
habit
mean,
from scrims.
a multi-kill
Tragic for Falcons
is
that
always
should should have been there around, especially on a map like this. It's like VP's map. It's like you want to be able to feel like you're in control of a map that typically would be favored to the enemy team is huge, and I feel like
one of those moments
potentially that just like slips it away.
You know, the luck is either with or against you, depending on which side of that nitro you fall on. But gonna have Dan just holding the tight angle. He sees his opportunity, does a bit of damage for Solotov, who was
gonna be a double up with the zombie and the smoke on filter stairs.
Top side of the map, maybe
yeah, it will be. The zombie's able to make one ways on here. Smoke's able to stall out the push. Falcons just skipped armor clear. No one there. They're going straight for the filter stairs here. The bunker hold by Verdict's Pro. Is VP gonna go for flank? Skies potentially go for yellow stairs flank or no?
And probably surprisingly for the first series in forever, obviously not a single ban coming into water either. And for the longest time, she was almost essentially a permaban, but I think now people are realizing.
He was just worried about his jump outs and peeks from behind.
Other ways to deal with things that get thrown at us otherwise.
Folks coming out. They have Sledge on the doorway to cover the runaway. So both these players are stuck here. Falcons are able to get these picks on them. No nade onto the Goyos yet. That should get both, I think. If it doesn't go both, oh, it doesn't get both. A little bit tragic there.
Utility got your canister gone, but it's going to be another 20-30 seconds before that route is
Dan playing to a zombie out his boy once they waste enough time. Huge win here for VP if they manage to get both players out.
They do have above. They have been working it. Makerfact's been doing the job with the sledgehammer, but not really in a position yet to maneuver Breeder on into sight and get him.
That's 3 smokes gone. Use this on the cut from the staircase. Joke call going out on, who is it? Echo.
Will be the
good call because
Pasha, so he's going to need a little bit of assistance beyond that. But he steps
that's a good play by Pasha,
around,
actually. That's a good play. He actually trades it out, and there's 20 seconds more, and the fucking Echo drones are still up.
Done there, 50 seconds left.
But the Doke can hack the cams and see where the Echo drones are. This is good value. Oh, good hide though. Good hide.
They were a bit of a nuisance last time around.
Solotov didn't even flip cams. L Solotov right there. Solotov should have been flipping all the defender cams when users hack them to find out where the Echo drones are.
Once again, Falcons have been able to deal with those yokais. This time around,
but they have stock control. I mean, Plant's pretty free here. They're entirely relying on a yokai drone here.
Needs to be careful here, Joom.
Good shot by Joom.
Damage, but will do a lot more in return. Manages to find a nice headshot onto Skies. Is there another for him? Dan needs to be careful, taking a little bit of damage on this army there. 3 versus 4, 14 seconds left to go. Like you say, it's really going to come down to Neko and the...
Good push by Joom. There we go. Flood deep. Flood deep. That's exactly what they should have done in the last round. Flood deep while the plant's going down because someone has to have their util out. Oh my god, Joom.
He's going to be taken down.
Joom is fucking nuts. Holy shit.
Round out of the hands of Virtus, bro.
I was a bit nervous for a while. They'd lose out to a lot of that.
Dude, that's a perfect play. They fixed their issue in 1 round. They just need to do that for the rest of the time as well.
More of the time, but Virtus Pro for now deciding that they would rather go back down.
They're running back. Yeah, they're running back down.
Breeder.
They might want to play the filter stairs layer differently or something. Oh, that's a rat play. Oh,
I wouldn't there for a second that he actually did it, but I don't think he did.
Oh my god. Rorik just went for the craziest rat play, dude. If EFAC somehow got that pick to the drone, hold on, been crazy.
It would have been a bit of an unfortunate demise coming out for Leakerback. I tell you what, Tim, obviously we have the pleasure of being able to see the outlines of the players.
Blitz hops and lower fossil.
The number of times there we've come quite close, Leakerback, to coming into a challenge onto someone. Probably without realising it, it's pretty ludicrous, but comes away full HP, no worries at all. The Falcons continue their march through the map.
Yeah, same job again for Falcons, trying to clear top filtration stairs, gain themselves access. They essentially want to send Breeder down there with the diffuser plant inside of the door. It's a really good plant spot if you can get the coverage from above with that verticality. They've got users on the ram. It's going to be his job to create those lines of sight. They need to keep Breeder safe.
Well, Dan's all the way up top. His phone did blow up.
That utility, and with Pasha, who I think it will.
That's good value.
First, a bit deeper this time. It's Neko playing
120 left in the round. If there's another Goyo there, it's going to waste a bit more time as well.
Canister is popped. Going to be about
and still above, has threatening that flank. He's not in filter this time. Oh, that other Goyo is there. Okay, what's the play here, Falcons?
They've got another.
It's more of the same, man.
Yeah, more of this. They just
no Echo this time. Chonka and Smoke instead for plant denial instead of an Echo.
So
I think that's a good play, especially since we know if Falcons go for the hunt on this guy, it's just rough. They should head side. I feel like it's just time is whittling really low here for Falcons. I'm getting a bit scared for them.
Oh, it's brutal. Assuming, of course, they all try to push into a bottleneck and they're all going to stand on the exact same spot where the Shumakers would otherwise sit. This is what I mean, though. Look, every POV you change to, there's smoke or there's fire, or in some very rare cases, Tim, both.
Danner's down green stairs. Danner's going for a crazy flank.
Like
they all fall off. 5v5 execute now. There's no vert for Falcons really. Is
that
the backstab gone? That's a backstab gone too.
If there was just one of them there, so he's had to kind of double up. Skies.
Gonna play your green lobby. Dan has a huge flank.
Just completely.
Falcons just have to run through deep. He gives away his position though.
To those top filtration stairs, and they've just never been.
Oh my god, they're just not looking at this flanker at all. Wait, he gets through. Oh, the vert's there, perfect for him.
but it's going to do absolutely nothing realistically. Breeder manages to get one, finds
Oh,
himself in a 1v3 as he gets a second, but surely this is not going to be possible now. Virtus Pro, they know he's there. The damage is done. The smoke goes down, but there's nothing he can do. Skies with the last kill. It's going to be Virtus Pro holding on this time, and we see why they've doubled down on
this
that
game if you
position
make
and
grand
gone
finals
back
at
there
EU or
in
not.
their
It makes it
defensive
SI
rotation.
points. A lot of SI points.
Toxic
Back to top
casters.
4, third
That's
ban
gonna
coming
be
through.
about the
Chonka
best
ban for
that the
Falcons. I think
defenders
that's a
can
big, big
do.
ban.
So, yeah, so
Because
a
VP
little
were
bit more
using the
flexibility
Chonka
for Falcons,
so
a little bit
well
more
to basically
adaptability.
stall the plants over and over. This lets
Speaking of adaptability,
Falcons play for that plant win con much more. So they don't have to actually switch up anything in the pacing wise. Virtus Pro ban out the glass. It's very interesting considering I don't think the glass actually did that much a couple rounds, but maybe they're trying to like call Falcons push or something with it.
Smoke anymore, combo they've ran quite a bit. So this is their alternative. It's another method of stall. It's not quite fire, but it is still going to be very frustrating.
No.
The other side has to deal with the Nako there. Lucky to have that shield on his back, Tim. Otherwise, that is a very dead clash.
Yeah, you really don't want to be losing clash when you've
really
got a Blitz and a
aggressive peaks on the
Blackbeard
wall.
in front of you. Of course, that shield break, you know, being so valuable. If they get hit with the electricity of the clash shield, it just leaves them completely defenseless. So need to be very quick. I've already commented once or twice on Nako's movements on those shields. He was during setup, don't get me wrong. I know exactly, you know, he was just trying to get himself back into his playing position, and it was Falcon's speed that nearly hurt him there, but they certainly don't want to lose the clash. So keep an eye on Nako. Let's make sure that he doesn't over-aggress. At the minute, he's got himself in R6 room. And he just kind of needs to play the time game here and predict where these shields are going to aggress from, because that's where he needs to be.
And we've seen very much a two-pronged push at the minute as well, right? One trying to come in through upside.
Rough days for
One
views
working
there.
his way towards Skybridge, where Breeder now has got himself into. So, kind of bad spot. So, to be fair, more the shield supported in getting control of Oxford.
Sitting
Now
on his
completely
own breaches
rotates
to make sure that
towards topside.
guys is unable to shoot it up.
Players are out of green and outside of hanging around top
Dan's in
side
a
of well,
corner.
R6 room.
Will you choose
And
to leave or not,
trying to
though?
make some pressure happen across site. That's why Dan is dug into quite a precarious spot.
What did they just flex reinforce off? Is it
Players
Skybridge?
starting to ask questions in behind him at the same time. So it's coming
server.
slowly for Falcons, but that keyword's still in there, Tim. Slowly.
Exactly the same again. You know, I said they need
Gets a
to be
BP
quicker at
beeper,
problem solving
like
or
sound
more
proc,
flexible.
and he
We're seeing a
leaves.
little bit of both. You know, we're seeing that flexibility there as we see the relocation of the shield. They haven't really dealt with Dan yet, and that's going to prove
Dan on
to
a
be a
pixel.
big problem for them. He's been allowed to
It's
sit
out,
there.
solid, solid.
Skies manages
I don't
to
know, I
get
feel
one.
like
Dan
the
finishes
Skybridge
off his
pressure
man.
was fun.
It's 4v2 in the blink of an eye, and it's all up to Breeder and Leak of Fact. They are separated
VP
considerably
clearly showing
now.
why this
Breeder's
is their
actually
map.
managed to rotate around.
And this could have been
He's
2-1
gonna try
Falcons
and
if they didn't
mix
like
things
just
up, and I think
blunder
try
that
to get
very
into
first
more of
round.
a
I feel like
position, not to play alongside League of Fact, but to play with him. He needs a little bit of support, whether that's from below,
Falcons need
whether
attack
that's,
timeout
you know,
after this.
from
They need
being
solutions.
stood shoulder to shoulder, but they've got to try and just get themselves able to impact on the same people. Breeder getting aggressive here, but he's going to be held at bay for the time being, but manages to drop that shield, find the kill. That's going to be Nako taken out.
Yeah, but
Think he
Dan's
already lost
stuck
his
close
shield,
here.
so
Dan's
don't
on
be,
chest test. He
too
just needs to stay
critical
prone
of
until they
him
win the
there.
round.
He's
Dan has
trying
win
to
con.
make a move.
Yeah, times will be the worry though at this place, right? Same as last round, they're just running out of it, and outside of a mad flurry of kills
Great
now.
crossfire there,
which They
VP.
aren't going to find. It was
3-1.
guaranteed
Holy
to be
moly.
a Virtus Pro. They're going to take a quick look at Falcons.
What the fuck is that guy so
4
stressful?
and 4 they currently sit
I
on.
feel like they
got
feel
battered
quite in
there,
control
7-0
there.
by FaZe back at
I think they've looked great, to be honest, so far. I think they've understood the, you know, the requirements to get these rounds won. I think they've
The win
understood it.
condition.
Yeah, they've understood those win conditions fantastically well. You know, they have just burnt out so much time, and they have frustrated Falcons and not really given them, you know, any kind of wiggle room to get this done. And I'm absolutely loving what I am seeing from them at the minute. It has been really good stuff. So let's see if it continues. They are going to be on that middle side. Now, I've spoken about this before. We do see, I think, quite a bit of success on this side for the defenders, because it all comes down to that top floor clearance. And again, it's asking the same questions of Falcons. Are they going to be able to hold on? You know, are they going to be able to get
That side
these
player down, that
problems
sense
solved?
pressure is going to be
League of
so
Fact
much more
does
immense now, but they
solve
still
a
have
big one
both.
there
They
by
like
taking out the
Smoke,
Asami's
Solus,
electric
and Warden
kill.
up. And they have Tuber to stall, like, break the fucking sense wall and impact. So, like, all the plant denial still there. It's up to Falcons to basically distract these top four, like, wall that, like, run, or sorry, plant denial players. While they go for this shit. They need to fake a plant. Make a plant flood top at the same time. Give them the reason to look down through the vert.
So it could still be a bit of a nuisance by the looks of it, Tim. Are they already thinking about an execute here without top floor? I want to say it's a bait to begin with, if nothing else as well. The wall will go up and it could just be...
Yeah, just put it up, bro. Like, honestly, God, put it up. Like, what the fuck is going to hurt in putting up...
Actually, no, they are going for all the utilities starting to come out.
They smoked the top, put up with the wall.
They're going to push on in, so keep an eye on Breed here.
Is that case? Oh, that sense grenades. Does not see it.
Thatcher to deal with that.
Do you think that's the plant? Nope, does not think that's the plant.
Specifically, it's a little bit swamped on the scanner at the minute. Obviously, picking up all of
wasting
those
a little bit of utility there. Wasting two brows.
For that light
Get out the response. No one up top for Falcons, so they have to kill everyone through vert. They have to take every single gunfight up through vert. Let's see who wins this.
Down. I have just looked at the numbers, and since the 1st of February, worldwide, 51% defender win rate on this mid floor. It is pretty successful, not terrible. You know, and there is a real chance that Virtus Pro can hold on to this. I think they've just repelled that initial attempt extremely well. 30 seconds.
Oh, there's two players coming up now. One player up Skybridge, one player up art side.
On the backsnap here. And sure enough, they have got one player looking to do just
They go for plant spot. 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 Fighting to invert the pivot coming up above.
Now trying to go in for a
Brede dies. Brede dies. They're holding it perfectly. Virtus Pro.
Down goes at least one. Now you've got the Dokkaebi of June stepping
across. Oh, he's not sticking the plant. He's scared. They're scared. Bad execute for Falcons. They win through the vert though. Plant gets denied. Solotov, where do you go? You have to hold the vert here, Solotov. Worried about... Oh, Solotov, big good fight. Oh my god, Solotov dies. It's all up to Usus.
Rorik with a wonderful shot. It's a 1v2 for Usus, Tim.
Only one kill so far on there. He's going to have to put that up to 3. Needs to find himself.
Oh my god, he actually wins that one.
Above. That's a brilliant start. Takes down Pasha. It's just him versus Rorik. He knows exactly where he knows where the fight's coming. Uses fucking shit.
They bring him back.
You back him in a 1v2.
Oh my god.
And he picks the round up. It was tough for Falcons.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that lately on that side, bro. Just fighting off
extremely good defense coming out of Virtus.
But I'll also come back to being a little bit cynical / critical in that relying on winning a reverse angle gunfight up through the floorboards.
Yeah, VP definitely could have played that better.
You don't go in there and right, look, we're going to start planting.
But at the same time, yeah, I mean, I think like a lot of EU teams kind of lack the low man count later on fundamental, but especially because in scrims they everyone just throws them on each other early round.
You know, like I said, coming into that 1v2.
Holy shit, EFAC! Oh my god!
Inside 5 rounds.
It's gonna create so much pressure,
up to
honestly.
That point, nearly 5 full rounds, 4.5 rounds. He's got 1
This
kill,
is gonna be a
but then he
garage,
hits the
yeah,
1v2,
garage direct.
And it's just showing how well Falcons can dig deep. They've come in here with an entry as well, taken Rorik down, doubled up onto Skies, and they're gonna come away with a 3-3-1 if they continue like this.
Falcons are pressing the pace now.
Again, Virtus Pro feel robbed, but you cannot fault the work coming out from Falcons to make it happen.
C4 over the top of Tetris. No, misses.
Warehouse here. They're hoping to get rid of the shield.
They're pressing Warehouse now, so Falcons just play neutral game here, just punish all these aggressions.
They are still fighting for every.
But like if they overstay, VP overstay, this is a bunch of free picks for Falcons if they play it correctly. It's just up to Falcons to play proper neutral game here.
But he's really going to have to double down.
He's actually running up top.
Come out a bit for his team. If they can win this 3 versus 5, Tim, Falcons will be absolutely shattered.
But like the Red Goku event with an explosive Kiba then, didn't it? It was just timing of everything that happened at the same time.
They keep trying to retake. Dan really wants a pick back on this garage side.
Looking to push and take a little bit of ground.
Oh, but he gets it actually. He gets it, and he falls back after that.
Dan manages to pick up Solotov. That's his support. And they are still battling.
I mean, I feel like Falcons are doing too much.
Still unable to pick
Never mind.
it up.
I guess not. I guess I get a pick.
To get the kill they need though this time. Pressure on the window does the job. Doom finds the gap. Aquo taken down. That's a loss of Yokai drones as well.
Now look, Pasha's relegated to holding for EFAC because EFAC pressured backside.
No, he stays aggressive.
Oh,
he was just going to get
my god, Doom just such a solid gunfighter. Just wins every single aggression on filter window.
Becomes a 1v3, taking down Leakafak. He's got a minute to hold on. He's got a plant going down and a call coming in. It ain't looking pretty.
Yeah, that was any other player on the window. I felt like the VP player for the jump on that guy.
Multi-kills in the same round again, by the way.
Leaving to go above. Oh my god, he just got matadored. Dan?
No.
He's going vert. He's running vert. He just ran up the went vert.
Okay, that's it. He can't lose it, Tim. He cannot lose it. He cannot
I was gonna say.
It just can't be a done thing. It can't be a done thing. It cannot be a done thing. No. no! Tries to go for the nade rather than the gunfire as well, but now surely he's got all the angles that he needs. He's got to work something so special. Tries to go for a different angle. June will find him. 2 4Ks in the same round, but it's Falcons that come out on top.
Brede was doing the ability
close
basically because it beats out a regular melee.
Brede getting caught out and getting dealt with.
But June was running to go for it
inside
anyways.
of
June was running to go for
Brede was just trying to buy time for June, essentially. They knew that the win condition there was sledge above.
Like, he just needs to waste time. If your win con is sledge above, you play to waste time. Back up, Brede. Just back up into lockers. Alright, defense here for Falcons. VPs love this Cali strat to chow the pixel angle.
It's there. Anne's holding the golden ticket. She's waving it around madly in the studio like, who wants it? Both teams like, me. But no one's yet
good, yeah. I think every day what I was no, I think
they've got to do that over the next 6 rounds. I've no idea what that analogy was about, but we'll carry on with it anyway. They've got 6 rounds to decide him, maybe 3 more if required.
Are more geared towards daily usage.
In the series so far, a 7-5
but like, I share shampoo with my girlfriend,
I know there've been a few rounds
and I know
I mean, it's the same shit.
It's just like you're just not supposed to use it daily.
A bit questionable at times, but the quality of
like generic shampoo, like if it's a men's shampoo, I think you're able to use it daily.
Absolutely loving watching this. You know, as a reminder as well, don't forget this is mostly about SI points.
But like generic shampoo and women's shampoo are all like don't use it all the time, don't spam it. Again, I don't even think like men's shampoo should be used daily. Like that's just like, oh my god, yeah, I'm telling you, it's a Cali for this angle, bro. Look at this. They're both just ego.
It's a big difference from the like 200 or 250.
Wait, they ISO the Montaigne. They ISO the Montaigne. They're gonna keep ISOing the Montaigne. Oh, they try to like box him in. They try to full box 200 him, bro. With the fucking zombies. Falcons just fighting the Cali crazy. Nice Cali strap, bro. Get 1 tap, G. Damn! Oh my god.
I mean,
oh my god, they're just running at them. No strategy, no fucking force late round, no chocolate smoke, just Solotov go kill, bro.
It's another one, by the way.
Oh my god.
When we see Solotov move on to defense, he just suddenly explodes. He was 1-6 coming into this. He's 4-6 because he's got a 3K in the round. He's looking for 1 more.
Oh my god, he's ego challenged again. Okay, this time though, 1 minute 16 is pretty scary because this is actually a lot of time to work with the clutch to sub.
Bomber's on Pasha.
Oh, you know he's got it in his locker, but the problem is Falcons know exactly where he is at the minute. He's got to try and mix this up. He's got to do something that's maybe a little bit unpredictable. But it's going to be difficult to do so. He knows that there's one inside of back.
Crossfire, good contact. They played off, yeah, use this played off of Zombie's contact.
Swing at the same time, just play off a contact. And
that definitely uses 12-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, bro. You know what's crazy is that it isn't like one of the 5-in-1s. Like Irish Springs or something, like a crazy cleaning product, like unintentionally. Like someone fucking put Irish Springs 5-in-1 shampoo, conditioner, something, body wash, something on like their fucking like moldy fucking shampoo floor or shower floor, and that shit like cleaned it.
Pasha particularly on the Deimos again. If he can get in above, there's plenty of verticality possible here, so he could really have an impact.
Deimos? Deimos was the one who got his legs snagged in a drawer handle.
Up on the top floor,
he's chilling on the bed right now with Dumpling licking him. Dumpling is kind of laying on his bad leg right now, so it's kind of fucked up for
the defense. It's not going to start out brilliantly though. The Skies manages to pick up one.
Big kill.
So one thing I will say is that last round was a very frantic
2 roamers up top. Could be a 5v2 with sight if they identify that. They want to go for the clear, it seems like.
It was just quick. And they were trying to almost catch Falcons off guard and set the tone and the pace for how the half was going to play out. And got shut down.
Fall down. This one has been falls off through the hatch. One player stuck top green now. Does he have anyone cutting him off?
They've got their just desert so
far. Now they're playing a layer on green stairs with EFAC over here.
Normally has very good defensive halves, but struggles more.
EFAC is a fallback. He's actually going to fall back all the way through Fossil side.
They have is much better. They can always afford to change tempo mid-round if they want to. But so far, so good. There is still a lot of map to work through, though.
Crazy robe running around actually for Falcons here, because now they just play like a typical filter stairs armory layer.
Try and prevent him from being droned out, maybe keep himself under.
He's gonna run into a Mia Jammer. Yep, runs into a Mia Jammer. Deathmark failed, and that means they don't know where the roamers have fallen back to. So all of this first floor they need to clear out.
Make sure they've got those roamers.
Yep. So now they're gonna waste 20 more seconds for this first floor, and then if Falcons are able to fall back the basement with a 4v5, I think they've quite well won this.
Be challenged here. They still
is this hatch open? This hatch is open. You can play the fall here.
Back to side. when the time is right, without losing anybody else, this has been a wildly successful role.
Yeah, exactly.
It has, yeah.
They're playing both to drop the hatch here. Double drop the hatch, they fall back. Is the player yellow stairs or no?
This is okay. Losing the one player, getting back towards site. Okay, fine. My worry now, my question
Huge
is,
time
what have
waste
you got to
here,
sit
but
behind
those
these last
smokes,
60 seconds?
only
They've
two
got
C4s.
They've got Ella mines. Okay, it's not a chanker, it's not a smoke. The C4 also not quite finding the man. That's not super ideal. If he gets a kill there, completely different conversation. That's one of your main stall tools now
Ooh, he's
gone.
making a sprint wall for him.
Nervous. I know there's only 35 seconds to go. He's lucky to be alive there. That's twice now he's got away with murder.
Big shot
but now
from
might
Vert.
finally start meeting his match. He's getting
Hit it out.
behind as well.
Stop move.
Again.
Here
Has
comes
this man
VP.
got 9 lives or what?
Bank going down
He's
while
gonna
the flood
fall
is good.
flat now going down as Nako steps inside. Nades forcing these players
Pop
to
the
move
Goyo or
away.
no?
Will he be able to stop the man?
Oh.
Sees him and gets up nice and close, but the trade is there. And
Should
Virtus
have popped
Pro
the
sure
Goyo
enough, Tim, they
very
get
early
over
on.
the
I feel like they
line.
try
I
to
say, I wouldn't
they
have
just try to
minded it being
swing
a 5 versus
the
4 with
planter
2
when
minutes
they
being
could have just popped the
wasted.
Goyo
If
and
they
called
had
it a day.
something to
They
sit
had a
behind,
Goyo
but
there.
no smokes, no nothing.
Oversight from
That cost
Falcons.
them.
It is 4.
Is there a
Falcons
reason
versus
you're
Pro, and we are
overall
getting
more
a
negative about
classic
Falcons'
third map
mistakes
from
in
these
G2?
We are, yeah. I hope it just
Because
keeps
I
them
feel
going
like
neck and neck
a
right
a lot of their
around.
mistakes are bare bones fundamentals because their players are like
I wanna
incredibly
take it all
disgusting.
distance, because it does deserve it. And you said this earlier on at the head of the series, and I do agree with you. I think there's a very good chance this is the same matchup that we get in
I
the
think-
final again tomorrow. I would love to. It sounds silly to say you want to see
Like,
the same matchup again, 'cause
G2
it's a little bit like,
clearly have
I'd
a
like to see
peak
something
form
different. Would I hate seeing a
that
Fnatic or a GK beat the loser
is
of this
nuts,
game, for example,
right? But
tomorrow
obviously the
morning,
peak
in
form
the first game tomorrow,
occurs
and make it
often
into
more
the
than
grand final against
not
the winner?
in
No,
games
I
that
love that.
matter
I love an
less.
underdog.
Their
But
issue
the
is like they
quality
kind of
this series,
fold,
I've
right?
already
So
said, it's been
it's
so
like
good
if
that I
a
do wanna
G2,
see
the way I
Vikings
see it is if a
play even more. I
G2
wanna see
member
another series
watches
like
my
this.
video, it's like they don't need to watch my video and listen to my criticism to know that their mistake was there. They know how to fix a mistake. It's not that's not the issue. The issue is they fail to do it when it matters, right? Falcons, on the other hand, it feels like genuinely, with the quality of players they have, sometimes they don't have the necessary fundamentals trained
Falcons
conceptually, and it's just like, for me, it's like it just irks me because their players are disgusting and they're so good.
Very good job.
The players are
defensively,
so good.
That's not going to be the
And I feel like just by getting a couple reps in scrims, like so I guess the idea is like, if a Falcons player watched my games and they listened to what I said, like, how could I help them basically? Like every time I criticize a team, I'm always saying stuff as if I'm like, as if they're gonna watch my video, as if they're gonna take advice from me, as if I'm a coach. Does that make more sense, chat? I'm not saying it to roast them. I'm saying it like, if they watched me, how could I help them? You know, how could I say something to them that's helpful and not just y'all are terrible?
You're seeing here a lot being seen out by these drones that are scattered inside a side.
That's why like I break down all the scenarios that could have won, like all the plant scenarios, all the stuff, like all like based on that. That's a site help gone. Send still. They have no Solus, no Warden. So the moment the guy on site dies, the game's over, and they should know that. They might want to retake down Green as a result of that. Zoom has a big position, but yo, he just gets caught off by Skies, bro. And Dan's still on the window now. This is so rough for Falcons, and the player's stuck on like the one tiny little spot inside.
There. You mentioned the Thatcher being offline, so those nitros become a big risk when the plant is going down. They've just taken one off the board with June going. Useless is taking damage as well. That could be the other nitro dealt with. So then you look, there it is. So you look now and you think that loss of Thatcher is not the end of the world anymore.
Oh my god, he's so dead.
Tough spot. He's going to be taken out. Dan finds Breeder, and that is a great attack from Virtus Pro. This one just continues to be back and forth.
But do you think they watch you, especially with a team like Falcons? Most of them are French. No, absolutely not. I don't expect anyone to watch me. I'm just saying that's the mindset I take with criticism. That's a general mindset I take with criticism. Is if this team was watching my stream, what would I do to tell them if they decided to listen to what I said? What would help them?
These two bans that come in now have a big change in how the game plays out.
Plus, like, their team operates in English. They get coached in English by Julia. Your French argument doesn't make any sense.
That's what makes me a little bit nervous. Falcons somewhat relied on heroics from Solotov in round 1 to hold the line and stop that rush attempt coming in from Virtus Pro. They look far more commanding in this half to me. And that's
well, even like the Reese hate method, even in the Reese video, it's like, I'm just like, this guy's so good mechanically, like he just needs to put his focus less into like looking like a god and more into just like playing positionally sound. Last time Falcons just ego chowed these guys super heavy and it worked out. This time I don't think they'll be able to do the same thing. Falcons banned Hibana, Virtus Pro banned the Mira. Zombie is still up if they wanted a contested, like, operational, but they don't have it. They don't have a Zombie.
Virtus Pro and the whole incident came out around Sony and their diss and all that kind of stuff. And various other things on social media in the last few weeks. They tweeted and basically said, right, that's it now. We're going to run our whole team to social media's opinions. Most likely comment is what we'll do with our strategy for that week. And I was saying, Dan.
And like, if you notice, like, the way I criticize is always technical. Like, it's always like, what can they fix possibly? It's always what I would tell the person to do.
Play ranked on game days, as he said in an interview a few weeks ago. When he plays ranked on game
days.
Is
it right ever? No. Like, it's not always right. Like, for Spoit, for example. Like, genuinely speaking, when I criticize Spoit, I was talking about, like, his content devotion. I thought that was the problem. Clearly, it wasn't the problem. Like, clearly, he's doing fine doing both. I was wrong. But it's like, it's always what I think the problem would be. As opposed to, this guy's just bad, you know?
It has smokes in back pocket. And of course, that secondary gadget can destroy away a lot of gadgets too. But I don't know, he just really wants to force it. It makes you laugh.
Actually picks up Solotov, and that is a really big start. That's the Warden gone with Candelas on the board. That Ying just got way more deadly. You've got the smokes from the Cactus out as well. They could be in big trouble. They've actually got 4 smokes in pocket, 6, sorry, across the operators. So
that's huge, actually. Is that Mez player dead? They can't push down through Mez now? They still have Bathroom Cut. They still have another Mez player. The injury potential is still there. Falcons need to somehow fall back without dying to Bathroom player here after popping that Goyo. If they want to play for fallback here, they have Chonk up, so they should play for fallback.
That Monty at any speed to get him
Goyo's pops now. Users just has to get out. Users just has to get out.
Come back to the same point. Utility. What's left? Really, all they've
got here rotates up,
and maybe 1 or 2 Vulcan canisters are still standing. So actually, they've got a lot of.
Falcons don't flex reinforce on Sky side. They get a player into Sky Bridge. That's to get a long angle on Breach. But outer Bridge, is it even open?
Tons of their own. 4 smokes to work with. 2 fire canisters. Sorry, not fire canisters. 2 Candelas left and a shield.
Yeah. EP 30 seconds left with Chonk up. They're gonna have to use Yin Candelas to flood deep here. Big fight coming out of the Goyo. Oh, that impact would have been huge if it broke the Harbridge charge off, but the Harbridge charge is there. Chonk is gonna have to be able to shoot fires on the plant denial. They're gonna smoke off the plant denial. EFAC's got Vert. They're gonna play for flood through here. They're gonna play through flood through. They're gonna ignore EFAC. Oh, EFAC's not able to stop the plant from Vert here. This is rough for Falcons. Rough for Falcons. Rough for Falcons. I feel like the flank might have been a better play. Oh, Brede though. Nako's going underneath now. Yeah, he has the Vert win con now with the Montaigne spotting it out. They're going to power the Montaigne instead. They're running this Montaigne down. They get him instantly. Now they have to fight through Vert. Do they know Rorik's underneath? They know Rorik's underneath. I think they're just sniffing it out. Time is running low. They need to start sticking first before anything. They need to stick in and fight him at the same time. He can't see him. Oh my god, no. Beautifully done by Falcons. That was good fundamentals. That was good fundamentals right there.
He's just chased.
Ludicrous.
Dabos.
Like, I often keep tabs on these things to see how many we have.
Anchor strike looks like from the lineup at least. It might be like an armor hold. I think it would be an armor hold into like a filter stairs layer with the Goyo and the smoke.
It's madness, but it's no surprise.
Ram sledge double Vert. Likely means they're gonna go for like a kind of a default clear into an armor into a filter take. I mean, it could also be a garage take. But I doubt it. I think the original lineup was for a garage take.
That's why we were so excited for this matchup. And that's why we say, if this is how it shakes down, that this is the grand final, that whoever loses then comes through the lower bracket. And we see a rematch.
Yeah, they always do this. They always like look like very fundamentally unsound, and they like fix all their shit. They like fix all their shit as they go on, and like Falcons just always do this, bro.
Moments that they deliver, just give me more of it.
All right, well, let's see just how much more of it we can get. Is it 2 more rounds, Tim, or is it potentially up to 5? OT feels oh so close, and it feels like we'll be truly robbed if we don't find ourselves going there. Not forgetting as well, for those of you, of course, still watching and locking in for the whole show and collecting those packs, we still have a whole new series to go after this one. Fnatic versus SHAIIKO. Big game. The winner of that plays against the loser of this in the first game tomorrow, before the winner of that eventual game goes on to play against the winner of this game to be crowned the best team in EML, the winners of stage 1. And of course, those juicy points.
Hello, cat.
To walk away with SI points that we're referring to. I believe it's 420, was it, for the winner overall?
Player found in an operational on the hatch.
300 for those in second place. So
all floor take for this pro. They're going for this armor control now. I think the players entering opposite side from like med side over onto the players top filter stairs. Dude, huge pick. Was it a wall bang?
Start for Falcons there.
Crazy.
Again, they haven't committed quite as heavily. Last time they defended basement, they were up on second floor. They were on first floor. They were absolutely everywhere. This time they've limited themselves to that mid floor. It's Leakerpack
Back
and
playing
it's
here with the
Juma who were
smokes,
playing around
wasting
there.
time on
Juma's
filter
gonna
stairs,
drop
3
himself
smoke
back
canisters.
down to filtration
Like it's
stairs.
bank blue
That's
stairs.
absolutely fine. He's going to get himself back to site. Leakerpack has done as well. A minute 50 wasted. A kill. IQ taken down. Have they got
Are they
the
gonna flip
utility
somewhere
on
else?
site
No, they're
to
just
play
putting
behind?
utility out.
I
Oh,
would
June
argue that
creating
they
a little
do
bit
this
there.
time, Des. Guys,
I
managed
spotted
to
him with a
take
drone.
down June, but you've got the key
I think they have a drone inside or something. They're pinging a lot of util in sight. That drone inside is going to help VP a lot because Falcons love to like overpeak things, I feel like.
Should. They should. But should doesn't mean do. And that's where I worry. A run over from the side of Virtus Pro can be enough here. They've got the verticals, they've got smoke.
There's
they've got
smoke coming
fire,
out.
they've got shield, they've
Tries to
got
shoot the smoke, but doesn't
they've got
work. He does get
everything
the
they need to
thorn
the
trap
job
though.
done, but may
In
find
fact, is he gonna
themselves
fall
starting
back
to run
now?
to the clock.
I think he
If
can
they're
rat.
not
I think he
too
can rat
careful.
and
That is the
filter. I
last
think he should
smoke
rat
that's
here.
come out from Leakerpack at
I think
this
just
point.
leave and
We
rat.
still have
Rat,
Green
like
Day
prone
now.
under the
Stay
fucking
again.
window or
Building
something.
up the high fancy these operators.
I think that's what he's gonna do.
You can see that he's got those yokais and
Wazami one way. Oh, the way. Wow, Nick, what an ADS.
What spoils the fun.
That's a really nice shot from Nick.
A lot of damage here. They have Echo Drones. 10 seconds left in the Echo Drones. Are they playing the Echo win con? They get the stock. They get the stock guy. Oh, that's a good drop though. Echo Drone. Surely. Gets him. Stops it. One more. One more Echo Drone.
Can he find him through the smoke now?
Wow. Beautiful play on the Echo Drone there.
That is going to be the round win.
That was
Brady picks it
these
up, and
last
it is
2
an
rounds,
Echo
Falcons.
once again,
These last 2
winning
rounds,
out
Falcons. The
a round.
execution is flawless. The late rounds, I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. The issues they had from previous rounds, desyncing, not coordinating, last 2 rounds, just flawless. Just flawless. The way they play their layers, the way they play their fall-offs, the way they play their strategy, the way they commit the game plan is just nuts. That's fundamental siege right there, Amp. That's fundamental siege. Why would you qual and not play? I think we're talking about if Mingo quals for Pro League. He said he wanted to. He said if he qualled with the team he's with, he would play because they would likely let him like stream and not scrim that much. He wouldn't play for a real pro team because he would not be able to stream. He would have to double scrim every day, and then after that he would stream. I would love to see him split it. I would love to see him split it, and I think he would do really well in Pro League. I think he's a player that just changes the pace of the game. Like the thing is, like if you complain he's a TCS crutch, it doesn't matter because in TCS he still changes how the game is like paced. Like think about it, chat. Usually on PC you're able to Hashom peek a pixel and basically go unpunished, right? He changes that. Like he completely changes a fundamental aspect of the game. Regardless, like the thing, I think he would struggle against shields a lot. Like I think all the good shield teams would run him down. But overall, I don't think he would be that bad. D4. We'll try to lace it through the feet holes in the wall to get the thermite off. Doesn't work out. They don't manage the fucking impact trick. They made that wall soft so that they could go for impact trick C4 trick to get the thermite wall if they fail. That's a huge C4 gun because that's a site player.
From Falcons here, it's actually a light.
And for this side, I would just say the piss thing for them here is just Solitov not troll his life. Okay, well, I mean, EFAC just died to a fucking random barricade getting shot down. That's so tragic. Solus is still above for plant denial though. But if they Thatcher the gadget, it's fucked. They have Glass, Thatcher, Capital.
There's no
That's so tragic. Holy fuck.
Man. Yeah.
And now Solotov is a solo side player, and Solotov often over-aggresses you.
Yeah.
It is.
Otherwise, you could be the one getting shot back in return while you stuck there in your melee animation. Absolutely.
Yep. That's why you shoot him out, because you never know what's on the other side.
I'll never forget, we've spoken about it before on Border when SHAIIKO 2-taps the barricade and just happened to get ahead.
Solotov has to wrap all the way around to get into side itself here if he wants to do anything.
Was like, oh my god, how have I just hit that shot? It was unbelievable. But we've seen it happen enough times that it's always worth going for. Either way, it's the Warden that's offline that, like I said,
stage challenging this? Crazy.
Arguably now, if they can make use of the Thatcher and disable away Brede on the Solus, they can go for a plan without needing that top floor control. So we'll see how the play goes. Of course, we've got the uses on side.
Ooh, good retake here by Jupe. Huge retake here by Jupe. Does he know, though? Oh, there's a glass. They found the planter. Easy wallbang. Yep, through the smoke. Oh, Jupe goes down in sight, though.
Surely Dan's the one you look at this and say he should be the man. But now they've got a real.
And now uses needs to hold for the enemy aggression.
It's a 4 versus 2. He can see it going down. Will he get this?
Kills the plant cover. Can they kill the planter, though?
Surely not like this.
Oh, downs the fucking. Okay. How is that even? Oh, he's playing the retake. He's playing the retake. This is huge by Dan. This is huge by Dan, actually. And he falls back down after, too.
1v1. This just became very
Rede, Clutch King. Can you do it again?
Alive for another round.
Nope.
There.
Overtime. Overtime. We're going to overtime. Holy fuck.
And we're going to overtime, Des. Marginal advantages, I would say.
I'm back. Holy shit. We're on fucking overtime now. Overtime map 3. Who goes to grand finals for EU? Who will lock in top 2 SI points?
I know it sounds weird to say they've been playing for 3 hours and therefore
We have clash for the operational over. A lot of it. Dude, Solotov is a fucking maniac, bro. Solotov and Herds are the same type of player. Cyber, Solotov, Herds, they just don't give a fuck. They can be fucking triple negative. They will still eco out everything.
It's very intense. You know, you have to communicate with each
We're
other very, very
good
actively
at the end of the
throughout
round.
the whole
Cabo
thing as well.
Bobs.
You're so
Ooh,
switched on the
does that
whole
make me an
time, but you are
yes,
still
if
coming to
sex?
the point. But
Babo
that's
Cubs,
true of the
bro.
other side
Babo
as well. So
Cubs,
it's all
bro.
things equal, Tim, as you said.
I miss Cabo Bobs. That shit's good as hell, bro. Burrito Beach does
But
not
I'll try to
compare to
find out.
fucking Cabo Bobs, bro.
Running through ops is going to tell them that there is nobody there, so they can go in and start the breaching process, which is exactly what they will do. Solotov
100% will be a rematch of this game in the grand finals. I would like to see not be, but
is onto that
we'll see.
external masks wall, so that will be the ops wall. So 2 out of 3 of the breaches that they need. 1 more required onto the mezzanine wall. Nitro in hand. Rorik has had a big impact on this match.
Why is
when
the
it comes
Skybird
to
side
Nitro. So
pro
if we
poking,
remember
prodding that counter
Nitro
pressure?
multi-kill that he got previously.
Solotov is crouching up Skybird very slowly.
Just yet.
Sure. All right. Let's see who's the first to fall then. Echo being on the
Moves
shield,
up off the
100%
drone.
gonna be a little
Wow,
bit
what a shot by
difficult.
Solotov. Entering on ace.
Tiniest little bit towards Solotov.
And they have Skybird's
Who's
control.
upset, it's been quiet throughout this match,
Nomad over
really.
here to box out the clash.
All that matters in these final
Ace
3
the wall.
rounds,
Now the
they kill
Demos
Fett
track.
in these
The
ones.
clash.
Not the
Clash
impact that you
backing
managed
up
to
off
pull
that now.
Nikifak is underneath, looking
Now it's
to
art
pull.
control that matters. They get a player use this on art window to cover the swing through that way. If they can cross the plant spot with the shield, slowly but surely it's doable. But the clash there is what's winning VP the round right now. 50 seconds left. They have the Demos track. Demos track to displace players now. Rorik's on a mute jammer on Tetris.
They've got good control, but there's still stall that can come out. There's a C4.
There's 2 art. You see that there's 2 clash and another player art ready to retake on that side with a cross for plant spot.
Yeah, they need to get moving here. They need to find a way to brute force a path through. Dan manages to pick up Solotov. That is not ideal for them. 4 versus 4. Guys continue to burn time. A little bit of
he didn't know there was only
there.
what? There was not only one over here.
Waiting with his arms wide open.
Hop in, counter pressure entry.
Down 4 versus
They
3.
have bombs
Nate
inside.
goes in.
Big collapse here for Falcons. What a shot by Users.
So it's now effectively 1 versus 4. Plant going down, and Dan, he's got to do something. He's got to make a move for his team to keep them in it. He's going to be tracked out as well, asking an awful lot right now.
What a fucking attack from Falcons, bro. They rotated 2 over to art side. Caught him off guard. Didn't keep it stagnant.
Surely not.
Oh, what a free fire by Dan. Can he get a res on the clash or no?
The friggin' hell down. What the hell was that? Dan looking for one more. Off towards his right, does he know? Yes, he does.
Good discipline by the fucking Demos. Good discipline by the Demos.
But my God,
Holy moly. Holy
Holy
moly.
Asking for trouble for the attackers. He's
All right,
going to
back
be
to top 4. We
so
go for
aware of this map,
Falcons
so
now.
aware of every cam, every corner, every bit of intel that he's going to be building that plan in his mind and trying to orchestrate his team to deliver the outcome that Falcons are looking for, which is to get this done here and now. They've no interest in around 15. They are going to be challenged by the Monty. Smoke
Yeah, again, we'll use this play to kind of give that Rocket Stairs side because they don't have the Azami.
And it's time to dip
Efak with
back
the
away from that
Valk
fight.
C4 this time. Last time he saw that going under was free, so this time he brings a C4 to deny the plant and he's Valk in sight. So I think he's gonna play with the same like fall underneath here, Efak.
Of that danger, but more and
There's a
more
Valk
is being
cam from the
thrown
bathroom
towards that
hop in.
position being held by users.
Instead of actually fucking challenging it, he's just holding it with a Valk cam. And then this is a C4 all the way down to the bottom rocket if they go for the push up rocket stairs.
Still playing in behind a lot of utility. They've still got, I'd say that's the first Shumaka now coming out. They'll just keep
Goes
on
to
delaying.
C4, they spot the Molotade. Doesn't do any damage, misses. Uses runs away. They give rocket stairs. Oh. Efak was trying to like swap with him, I guess. They don't even pop the smoke canister.
Forget about your fire. I'm going up main stairs, whether you like it or not.
And they have no Azami to play chess desk with. Crazy risky for Solotov to stay here. I think VP are in the driver's seat for sure. It's just up to whether or not Brede is able to be literal god on these Sharka fires. They flank underneath. They're flanking underneath.
lights out.
They really needed the Deimos to be dislodging the
Ooh,
Tajanka.
Doom's underneath. He can
That's
stop the
what
plant.
SHAIIKO put in the plant
But
down.
VP
And
also
it's
have enough
now
mana manage where they can
5
flood through.
versus 4 with Doom underneath looking for that plant.
Volatiles with
denial.
the shit.
Is the opportunity presents
Chalka's
Basher,
good.
finds Solotov.
Doom's
5
still
versus
underneath.
3. It's all falling
They're
apart
planting
for
somewhere
Falcons.
else.
SHAIIKO
Do they have the
is gonna
Valcam
go
in
for it.
sight?
Can Doom
He has
beat
no
their
idea.
savior? Very
He found it. He
unlikely.
found the planter.
Oh, no,
10
he
seconds
does. He
left.
gets one.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, Doom, crazy play. Oh my god, crazy win con commit. Crazy win con commit. Crazy win con commit. Falcons the grand finals. Falcons the grand finals. They made EWC, then they advanced the grand finals of EML. And I guess the question I asked at the beginning of this match, as of right now, seems like the answer is yes. Doom, the replacement for SHAIIKO. What people called a mistake of a replacement, wins with WinCon underneath at the very, very end. Beautiful siege. I gotta go now. I gotta go to the vet for an appointment. I absolutely love you guys. Take it easy. We're gonna raid Noah because he deserves a lot of love. Say hi to him. Tell him he's Chinese.